It's a tradition at this point.
Hi, Eleanor's mom.
Yeah, hi, Eleanor's
Yes.
mom. Everyone knows her.
I hope she's watching. Better be.
That would be very funny surprise.
Yeah, she just get a comment in the comment section from Eleanor's mom.
And that's literally what it says, by the way. It just says Eleanor's mom. That's the account.
Yeah, that's their account name because they can't be known by anything else.
Yeah.
Right. So, who wants to do the previously? Because I don't think we're getting Zachary. I don't think we're getting Ivo today. So it's just you three again.
Yeah, I was busy, and well, Zach hasn't said anything, so.
Who's Zach?
Oh.
So I guess I asked the question, who has
well,
the
I
least
don't-
potential?
Well, it's me. It's always me. Out
Who
of
do you
this.
think it is?
You really need to do something about it. You were such a gifted child. Now you're just burning out.
Well, a minute. I need to find some
Yeah.
actual playbooks. There it is. Gotcha.
I'll check. You and want it. Oh yeah. I am behind. Okay, last episode. Well, I remember everything that happened. Okay. So, well, we enter a brave new world. Finally, after all these years, it has been years at this point, of mentioning which only left and right, we finally entered this land, and with a magnificent description from Game Master Sama. It was really a beautiful scene, and you should go back and watch it if you missed it. Yeah, of course you could watch all the episodes, obviously. We said goodbyes to the people in our regular world. We set up to search for everybody. There's our group of friends. There's Wizardmon Egg, which Taisto or Ghostmon were trying to find out a bit more about. What else? Yes, we entered the Magical Academy, which probably has a name. Voice is sounding a little robotic. I don't know what to do with this. I'm probably a bit too close or too far. I'll check later. Unless you can't hear me, but
No, we can make out what you're saying. It's just it sounds a little bit like you're talking through water.
I'll reset and afterwards. Okay, we entered the Magical Academy. Ghostmon and Taisto went to check the headmaster, or at least, the Digimon, an important Digimon. Was it Ancient Wisemon?
Yeah, Ancient
Straight up?
Whitestone was the headmaster.
Yeah, straight up. And asked him a bit more questions about where Wizardmon, and we learned a bit more that Ghostmon was always a bit of a prankster and a bit of a bad student, or a bit of a rebel, a bit of a rapscallion, which isn't really surprising. Tried to warn them about potential assassins lurking around, because there's the Digi assassins still. Didn't seem very interested, very convinced, because he believes that the security of the school is top notch, of course. So he's going to be completely surprised when this episode comes around, and obviously the assassins kill everyone inside. I'm joking. Besides that, remember Kagehaki wanted to impress one of the guards for some reason with a little bit of magical with little success in that regard. The god was not really impressed. Beyond that, I'm not completely sure. There was some scenes about Stella being kidnapped and probably soon going to be brainwashed. Who knows what's going to happen here? But yeah, that they been good. And I think that's about all I remember, at least. That's probably a big scene I forgot, but I remember which only that took everything. That took my mind space, the entirety of my mind space.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think the one thing you forgot was that he was using magic to impress the wizardmon at the front doors, who are aquatic wizardmons, so that they would let you in. I think eventually you managed to convince them to let you in, and they was taking you to see Ancient Wisemon, where Paisto was. And yeah, did there was a big thing at the end of the episode? Do you remember that?
Big thing at the end. Not sure. I'm sure I'll remember once you mention it, but it's tough.
Piedmon came back.
Oh, why? Nice. Yes.
So Paisto got led to a room with a fake Digi-Egg that ended up being a balloon. Ancient Wisemon ironically got stabbed in the back after...
What happened? Sorry, what was that about a fake Digi-Egg? That didn't happen.
Of course, everything happened.
And obviously nothing happens in this.
Yeah, nothing happened. We got the egg, we hatched the egg, he's now a chosen one as well.
Yeah,
they're about
obviously
to
that
buy
didn't happen either.
as well, and everything is fine.
Yeah, so I'm going to introduce to you a new player today. He's going to play with Wizardmon as his partner.
Is he actually going to show up?
We're getting Numamon. Oh
Man.
Have I mentioned I'm in Asshole, by the way?
So yeah, ironically, Ancient Wisemon got stabbed in the back after saying, it was foolish to ever let anybody be stabbed in the back, and everybody else calling that he would be stabbed in the back by a Piedmon, and spoiling the reveal for yourselves.
He had a few flags going on.
It's just a
a couple.
Maybe I did foreshadow it a little too heavily.
Raise your flag.
But yeah, he got stabbed in the back, and Piedmon appeared, and we cut the episode there. I can't remember if we did do an after credit scene, whichever way around you say that. But if we did, I don't remember it off the top of my head. So I think we'll kick off.
I'm sure we did have one, but I don't remember what it was either.
Yeah, I'm sure we did. Probably something to do with Lampmon, if I remember rightly, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. So I might end up
tell us in the comments.
Something about wishes,
Huh?
I think, unless I hallucinated, was something about Lampmon and saying something about wishes.
Yes. It will soon be free or something like that.
Yes.
Oh right, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
happened,
I get potential for that.
No.
I'm afraid I'm not as kind of GM as you think I am.
Can I give potential to
man.
Guy's character for that?
Even 10.
Not now that Taisto knows the exploit that he can stop gaining experience when he maxes out. Okay, so I think we'll kick things off this episode with Sonia and Kagiaki. So you just got let in to Witchenley Castle. It's a big establishment, looks like a massive, almost like Hogwarts kind of castle looking place. The aquatic wizardmon, which I've decided to call Aquizardmon, one of them is leading you down a corridor after letting you in. You tried to impress him with a series of dark tentacles and fireballs, Kagiaki, which he exclaimed was something everybody learns when they are in preschool.
Why does everyone say I tried to impress him? I didn't. I was just showing that I can cast magic.
Yeah. You were showing that you can cast magic, and he disregarded it as child's play. Yeah. He takes you down the corridor, and brings you to Ancient Wisemon's office. He knocks on the door a couple of times, and the door just creaks open by itself, and there's nobody in there. It's just a big office with big library shelves and books. And Aquizidmon turns around to you and says, "Ah, I guess they must have moved on already. No worries. I'll take you to him," he says.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's try taking a stab at finding them.
Good puns. So
I don't-
Aquizidmon, he leads you a bit further into the castle. You walk down a very ornate corridor with portraits of various Digimon. You see one that is Ancient Wisemon, but obviously you've never met Ancient Wisemon before, so you don't know that. You see one of Hexy Blaumon on the wall. You see one of the Vortex Warriors, all alive and in their glory, portraited on the wall. And you see some various other Digimon that you can't really make out. And there's this big, long, sprawling red carpet that sort of adorns the floor. The smell of burning candles sort of permeates through the air as you walk down the corridor. And he leads you down this corridor, and at the end is a big wooden door. He knocks on it a couple of times and then walks straight through. When you get to the door and you see him standing there, it's a completely empty room. There is nothing in there at all, and he ushers you inside. What do you do?
Is he doing it in a vicious way, or?
Do you want to try and roll to do the move that we never really
Please do it.
do? The see through someone move,
Please try it.
Actually, I had a different idea of scanning him, but
Well, what do you want to do
is-
by scanning him? Sorry.
scan him and see if any of his data seems off.
I mean, none of his data seems off. He is a perfectly healthy Aquizidmon.
Crew was plus.
Yeah, it's
Kind.
plus kind, which I don't think
My
Kageki's very good
nemesis.
at.
It's
Wait,
plus
Kageki is
0.
zero kind? What?
I'll be damned.
Wait,
I
how does
have zero
Kageki?
kindness in me.
How does Kageki have
Oh, it's
anything
because he's
higher than
red-
-2?
he's Jeez.
I guess Kageki has grown and become a bit more kind over the few seasons we've had.
Kinda hard not to grow any empathy after seeing all this bullshit. 10.
Nice. Feel free to ask one of the questions.
One. Usually
Sorry,
we
it's
have
3 of the questions. Sorry, you get to ask.
3 of the questions. We're being spicy today. What are you really planning?
As you look over at the Aquizidmon standing in the room ushering you in, you realize something's off.
No way. You-
Beneath the
What, really?
large scuba diver goggles that he's wearing, you see his eyes, and they sort of glow a sort of dim purple, and you didn't notice that on the other Wizardmons. He seems to be under some kind of spell, and he's luring you somewhere.
I see. Is there any point in asking what do you intend to do? Or is that just pushing you somewhere?
What he intends to do is lead you to an empty room where someone else will meet you.
Whoa.
a bit
Or I
more
guess
than
someone
thought
else
it
will
would be.
ambush you is probably the correct term to use.
Oh, in more detail.
Wait a minute, Sonia. The gods up above are filling my head with ideas and information.
I think the way that Kageaki sees this is, whilst it appears to be an empty room, he sees dirty boot marks scuffed into the entrance of the door where someone's obviously walked in beforehand. There's also signs of Digimon like having tampered with the room in some way. And you can feel the some kind of magical particles in the air as like you approach the door frame.
How could I get your character to not initiate the trap, I guess? Not put me in there?
You'd have to break him out of the trance that he's in somehow. Sonia will be very
Only
familiar
you
with
learn
this
that.
kind of trance.
That is true. But I have to roll well, I guess. Ooh.
Alright. In that case,
The one thing that you
look
know
at-
for certain is that this Acquisition is completely innocent and is just a bystander that's been caught up in something.
Perfect, perfect. And remind me, we're using the tamer system where I can kill him and obtain his power, right?
I mean, we did establish very, 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 very early in the game, and we never saw it again, that when you defeat a Digimon and kill it, you absorb its data into your Digivice. So I suppose, in a way, yes. But
It was like that one poor Goblimon just fucking died. Nobody ever worried about. Nobody ever mentioned it. He just perished.
yeah, you just
R.I.P. Goblimon number 12.
I haven't
You will be
forgotten it, but it's like, you know, a remnant of its time before we actually figure out what the fuck works and not.
I mean, this is a game where you play to find out, so I guess that's I guess that was something we found out early on, that killing people does have consequences.
Before we go in there, my friend, are you guys like familiar with mental magic and stuff as well?
We have lessons on mental attacks and magic spells. I could teach you if you're interested, he says.
Oh, really?
Just come in here and I'll find the book, he says.
I see, I see. Yeah, he like lightly elbows Sonia. And Sonia is also really familiar with such mind-affecting magic that, you know, makes people do specific things.
Oh, right. Yes.
Pick up on it, pick up on
this
it,
me.
pick up on it.
I roll to pick up on. I don't know. Well, I guess. So Sonia understand that this. Sonia understand that at least there's something wrong going on here, and she's been cautious since the start about the, the assassins, I believe. So it would make sense for her to pick up on what Kagaki is saying, and at least partially that something is off. Yes, magic that makes you do something else, right? Like you're not exactly in control of your movements, something like this. Yes. How would you go about recognizing someone like that? She's going to look for the Wizardmon. Maybe see if she can notice something wrong with him, maybe as well. While she stalls for time, awkwardly.
Yeah, I think because obviously it's been revealed to the audience, you also pick up on these glowy pink eyes beneath his big scuba diver goggles.
Oh,
He
I see.
says, "Please come in. It'll just be so much fun if you do."
PTSD ensues.
Well-
Those words ring a very familiar bell in your head, Sonia.
Yes. Oh, all right. And, well, it's not that I don't want to be rude or anything, but could I look at you for a second? Could I take your hand? Maybe, since we now knew, that's like custom that we humans like to do with new friends we meet, and it would seem, improper if we didn't shake hands properly and make learn to know each other a little bit better. And what if he's grabbing Sonia's hand? She would probably try and illuminate him with a digivice, maybe, and see if she can do something
I
about
wonder if
that.
a Digivice can cancel magic.
I don't know. I would.
And that is
She
mental
is
for
charged with. She is charged with light powers, so that's usually what it does. I think.
Okay.
Good work, in a way.
He reaches out a hand, gloved in these big latex gloves that he's wearing. His hand is literally like the size of your head, so it
Ooh.
envelops your entire hand, engulfs it. He shakes it very enthusiastically, but then you start to feel him pull towards himself. What do you do?
What would I do? Starts to pull me. I don't want to be too mean. Could I just remember and try to, without raising any alarms, just remove to shake his grasp. And yes, well, we also have to exchange a bit of a few snacks and and so on. Let me go and get them from my bag over there. I hope you don't mind. Telling me, I left them at the entrance gate. Would you mind coming with us to look for them, real quick?
Oh no, don't worry about that. I'll have someone else bring it up, he says as he pulls you through the door frame, Sonia. Kagiaki, you see him pull Sonia through the door frame. What do you do?
It's time for decision. Do I pull her back and blow our cover, or do I use this opportunity to try and snap him out with a spell?
You have cover?
If he realizes we're into him, things could go bad.
I'm pretty sure that ship has already sailed, mate.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the stupidity of people. Well, Sonia understands that something is up, so I will trust in her not to immediately fucking die the moment she steps through. And
Big trust. Big trust.
Yes, trust.
You're overestimating me. Overestimating me.
And,
I may die. I may explode right away.
instead, I'll use this opening to try and
You try it? Oh, Kageki died instead. Oh no.
He
All
got
along.
assassinated immediately as Sonia got pulled through the door frame.
Alright.
They were separated.
someone came in, sorry. And Kagayaki is going to attempt to use a variation of his calm emotion spell, since it messes with the brain already, to try and snap him out of the hypnosis. Can't speak. Instead.
Kagiaki
Yeah, it's a bad day for speaking today.
starts casting his spell, but it does nothing.
Shit.
I'm sorry, but I think we established very early on in the game that Kagiyaki's spellcasting ability is on par to that of somewhere between a rookie and champion level Digimon. This spell was casted by something much more powerful than a rookie or champion level Digimon, and so it cannot be broken by your incantations, I'm afraid.
Could Pilomon blow up a small bubble, small enough that he wouldn't notice it? So he would be just out of it enough that he can get out of the way? Maybe.
So you're gonna try and put him to sleep? Is that or?
Well, make him a little bit sleepy at least, so
Mm.
he's relaxing just enough so he doesn't pull me in. You know what I mean?
Okay. Could you please roll? Hmm. Could you roll
Maybe
to?
unleashing my powers
I don't think it is.
or engage a threat. Oh,
I think it's directly engaging a threat.
oh, okay. Do I have still any conditions with this? Yeah, directly engage. No, it's fine. Uh, well, remind me if you would. Do I have influence over any random NPC that shows up, or is it the opposite? Do they have influence over me?
They have
It's the
influence
okay.
over you, unfortunately.
Okay. I just make sure. Well, it's a neutral roll then. Who knows what can happen?
They're my favorite type of roll because they can go either way.
Oh,
If I roll a 10, surely.
oh,
Surely so will Sonia.
well, well, I did.
Because otherwise, you roll me new character.
Bear in mind it is with disadvantage though because it's rookie versus champion.
Oh, there's that. Yeah. So one more. 1d6. Oh well, it
So it's an
doesn't
8.
go for 8.
That's still a partial success. So Sonia, please pick one of the options that you'd like to do. Do you want to
Ooh.
resist or avoid their blows, which would prevent them from pulling you into the room, I suppose? Take something from them. It could be anything. Create an opportunity for Kageaki, or impress, surprise, or frighten them in some way.
They're all good, but and I feel they would mostly end in the same results.
An
But
opportunity
can
for
I
me to
take
not
away
respond
their
to anything.
Can I take away their hypnosis or their I don't know.
Yeah, you
I'm
could
not
try
sure
and
how.
snap them out of their hypnosis. That's totally something you could do. You could take from them. We'd have to
Okay.
establish how that happens and what causes the hypnosis to break so easily. But we can talk about that and figure that out. It is something
Well,
that-
since I used the bubble first,
Mhm.
I would probably tie it into that ability and probably make the Acquisadmon slightly doze off and have a waking dream of sorts to maybe speak into his mind in a weird way to warn him that he might be uh, I'd like to have him a sort of illusion of himself or a mentor figure that he trusts. I don't know how who that would be, but I trust his brain would do the trick, would do the work for me, and that would warn him. Um, Always be on guard for hypnosis attacks because you never know what they could take you, and you should always double check and triple check that you're not being and you're not being controlled right now. And in fact, if you're having this dream right now, young one, it's more than likely that you're being compromised right this instant. Are you sure you're okay, young one, young disciple boy? I have not
So, I
master voice plan for
think
this.
with that he doesn't snap out of the trance, but you can see him start to sort of fight against it. He drops to one knee and clutches one hand on his head. And as he falls to his knee, he sort of pulls you down with him as he's got you grabbed in his hand.
Well, that's fair.
He starts struggling with his own consciousness because, on the one hand, his master says, be careful, you're probably under hypnosis. And on the other hand, this is going to be so much fun, though.
Oh man.
He drops to one knee and struggles with the hypnosis. You see the flickering purple in his eyes start to go normal and then flicker back to purple, then flicker off. He's like sort of in between states of snapping out of it.
And
I see.
as Sonia gets back up from the ground, now inside the room, you hear
Darn.
a click behind your head, Sonia, and the cold steel press of something against the back of your head.
Oh shit! I have a gun. He has a
then
gun.
We're going to cut the scene to Taisto.
Fuck.
Danny's got a gun.
Hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hi, Taisto. So, we're gonna sort of pan over to the room that you're in right now. Piedmon has just stabbed Ancient Wisemon in the back. Ancient Wisemon has fallen to the ground and began to disintegrate into particles of data, as Digimon do when they die. He steps out from the shadows, and you immediately realize that he looks terrible. His usually kempt upright hair in a little ponytail is sort of, well, in several little like strands, is like splayed out in this really chaotic cut fashion. His mask is sort of half cracked at the bottom, with the bottom part of one side missing, revealing beneath it his eye that is just completely black skinned where the mask should have been. His clown outfit that he typically wears is torn to shreds. He has varying degrees of wounds across his body, and he has this big menacing looking smile on his face and bloodlust in his eyes as he steps another step towards you, Taisto. And he says, "So, you thought that it'd be funny to trick me?" He says, as he throws a dagger, a trump sword that buries itself in the ground just at the tips of your feet, Taisto, making you jump back slightly. To cast an illusion. To trick me into almost certain death after I so kindly spared your life, he says. What do you do, Taisto?
You know, you don't look so good. Are you quite certain you want to have a battle right now? Maybe you should go and lick your wounds. I would assess the situation, but I really do not want to assess the situation.
Feel free if Taisto wants to look around
Wait,
the
wait,
situation
Oh, I
he's in.
definitely don't want to.
Assess his knife to your face.
Taisto, you realise that you're cornered, and behind
Yeah,
Piedmon is
yeah.
the only door out.
And behind me is an egg that I really do not want to, mess up with.
That egg popped into a balloon in the last episode.
No, it didn't.
It really
Did
did.
it?
Yeah.
It
Ghostmon approached
definitely
it.
didn't.
Ghostmon approached it. He touched it. It popped, and that's when you realised Piedmon was in
Okay.
the room.
Oh, right, of course. Okay. In that case, where the fuck have you taken the egg of Wizardmon?
Don't worry. That egg's going to be scrambled soon, he says as he smiles. I think we immediately see like a small fireball like hit Piedmon in the face, and it does literally nothing, but Ghostmon just threw a fireball because he's pissed.
Oh, he's definitely not the only one. Let's see. If you do anything to that egg, there is no power on heaven or earth, in this world or the digital world or the real world, that will stop us from getting justice. We will stop you, and there is nothing you're gonna do about it. Turn over the egg or else.
I don't think you understand how the situation plays out. You're going to be a good little Digidestined, a fake one, be it, but a Digidestined nonetheless. And you're going to roll over and die as I plunge my knife
Let's
straight
go,
through your
Ghostmon!
heart.
Ah!
You get him while he's monologuing.
Yes, yes. This is serious. We have no fucking time for monologues. Anyway, game phase on. I want to let's see. We want to defeat a terrible enemy. In this case, Piemon, and we're going to be very fucking angry about doing it.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
So you're going to try and fight
That's all.
Piedmon alone?
Yes.
Okay, cool, fair. So the...
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, after last time, I thought Tyster might be pretty terrified of fighting against Piedmon.
That requires growth.
No, it's just. But the thing is, if I run away, then I have to clear afraid, and then I don't have conditions in order to evolve. So need to take on this powerful enemy on our own. I'm sure that others will get here on time.
Make you roll
Eventually.
specifically one more than you need,
Okay, cool.
so that you didn't
So
need afraid.
what's your first move taking him by surprise?
Can you imagine?
Because he's expecting you to
the
try
first-
to cower in fear or run away rather than smack him in the face with something.
Well, the first up, of course, is as soon as. Oh, there we go. That's wrong. I do have 2 threads. Fred, please.
Hopefully it's good. No. Well, I'll
you
stop
have
and
to stop
Alright.
and start it. It's a stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a.
Why do you need
Fred is-
votes to skip, but you can just stop it
I don't.
completely
I don't know.
anytime you want?
I don't know.
How is that
Good
good? It fucks up the
I don't know.
entire queue.
Anyway, we're going to. Ghostman is going to get wreathed in this light of evolution, and out jumps Flame Wizardmon with 2 matchstick staves, blazing it with terrifying infernos that he's going to aim at Piemon's eyes. He's going to jump at Piemon and try to jam both of the staves, one in each eye, and cause quite a bit of pain in the process.
Can you roll to directly engage a threat with disadvantage, please?
Sure. And since we're so angry, we're actually going to. Is it /R? Yeah. We're going to clear angry because we're venting frustration at Piemon, so it's not a regular roll. -0, so it's 0 +1. Okay, there we go. That is a 3. Jesus.
Oh, it's a crit fail as well.
Wow.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Please,
Wow.
please mark potential and level up, Taisto.
Jeez.
Oh,
I think
fuck's sake.
I think like Piedmon is completely done with your shit. Like
I would be done with my shit as well with these.
he lets the matchsticks plummet into his eyes and giggles and laughs as he just grabs the matchsticks and snaps them in 2, tossing them to the side. He says, "Did you really think that I would let you digivolve all the way up to a point where you could actually fight me?" He says, as he grabs Flame Wizardmon and he slams him into the back wall where the egg used to be. Trump sword! And a sword plummets into his shoulder, pinning him to the wall. "Now stay there like a good boy, while I deal with your little friend here," he says as he turns to you, Taisto. He grabs you, picks you up and brings you close to his face. And he says, "I'm going to enjoy this way, way more than I would have if I finished you off before," he says. "You see,
I'm not afraid of you."
I like to toy with my food, but it seems you've gone stale. He squeezes tight, and you hear a little bit of a creaking noise in your back as you feel your bones start to go. He's trying to suffocate the life out of you. And I think as that happens, we're going to cut back to
I'd
Sonya.
very much like that not to happen, if that's okay with you.
Hello.
Don't worry, I'm a good game
whatever.
master.
As
Your
well.
character's in safe hands, Taisto. Well, technically he's
worry,
in
we already
Piedmont's
have someone
hands,
with
which are
hot
very
legs.
unsafe, but
We'll just build you robot legs. It will be fine.
Cool. So we cut back to Sonya and Kageaki. Sonya, you just felt cold steel press against the back of your head and the click of a weapon behind you. And you hear a voice from behind say, "I'd say it's nothing personal, but this is kind of personal," he says.
The cute man. What the fuck?
The illusion of the room wears off. You see several, sort of like a dungeon room almost. Like there's manacles hanging from the wall, nailed in. There's a big cross on the wall. There's several bookshelves with forbidden arcana in them, all chained up and behind locked glass cases. The floor, which was wooden, has turned really stony. You see the candlelit room is being lit by a chandelier in the center of the room, and behind Sonya, with one gun pointed at her head and one gun pointed at Aquizidmon, is Beelzemon.
Oh. Oh. A big boy.
Where is
Holy
everyone?
cool. Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met before. My name is Sonia. How are you? And what holds me the pleasure?
Sonya, I'm hurt. You can't even remember my face? He says as he puts a finger from behind the gun onto your head. Images shoot into your mind of Impmon, of a Ice
man.
Devimon, and then of him.
A warp evolution that we can.
Did I make such a small impression that I couldn't get through to your thick skull?
Well, you say your face, but you've changed quite a bit since then. You've gone up. Auntie Sonia is so proud of you. Impmon, or what's your name now? How do you go by? Actually, you know what? I'll just look at my device if that's okay with you. And she's going to analyze him, maybe.
As you reach into
if
your pocket
he's
for your
allowed.
digivice, he pushes the gun harder into your head and says, "Don't even think about it.
Okay.
I know what you kids and your
Okay,
digivices are
okay.
capable of, and I ain't letting that happen again," he says. I go by Beelzemon now. Remember it. Keep it in your thick skull, okay? He says.
I'll remember it.
Now, I'm under
but-
strict orders that you to come with me. But if there's any kind of struggle, I won't hesitate to put a bullet in the back of your skull, capiche?
Ish. But you could, avoid pointing your guns at that poor wizardman, at least. He hasn't asked for anything. He hasn't done anything wrong, as far as I know.
Oh no, he hasn't
You
done
need me?
anything wrong
I-
at all. My boss simply put him under a trance, he says. But, I know you Digidestin kids, you can't help but protect innocent people, right? So if you don't come quietly, I'll put a bullet in his skull too.
Don't worry. I'll go. Could I ask why I've been summoned, perhaps?
For a very large sum of bits, and that's all you need to know, he says.
I see. Money. Well, don't hurt that Wizardmon, and I won't mind following you around. Is Pilomon with me in this?
Yeah, she's still on top of your head or wherever you usually keep her. She's usually hiding in your hat, right?
Okay. So we will follow you, but don't do anything to him, okay? Okay. She is going to comply. Um, do I have my hands on the Digivice right
he,
now?
He sort of shied you away from it with his threats, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you could maybe find a way to distract him to reach for that Digivice.
Distract him. I don't know if I want to distract him right now. I want to first seemingly go along with him for now, and when he's looking like he's not aiming or he can't harm that other Wizardmon, then I probably try and make my move. But right now it's a bit too risky. So, yeah.
What about you, Kageyaki? What's your stance? Sonya's got a gun to her head. Aquizidmon has a gun to his head. You don't.
Oh, he can see this.
Yeah,
Oh,
he can see this through the door frame. The illusion wore off.
Okay.
Well, he's not looking at me,
Oh, he's seen you. He knows you're there.
right? What the fuck do I do then?
At least we're in quite a pickle right now. That's for sure.
Oh,
I mean, I myself could warp, but that would be problematic for that Wizardmon. So you've got us good.
Can't do
Got us
anything.
good right there.
Says me, so like, you just follow along.
Okay, you just follow along as well?
What else do you want me to do?
Okay, that's fine. Beelzemon sort of tilts his gun to motion you to start moving. And you start walking down the corridor. He's still holding the Aquizidmon hostage. He's under the trance still, but he's slowly breaking out of it, so he like holds him under he has like this big his leather coat sort of reaches out and grabs him. He's got like some kind of magic that's controlling his leather coat. He's sort of dragging the Aquizidmon along with him, despite
I didn't
flickering
plan for this.
nature of his eyes. He leads you down the corridors towards the front door.
What to do? What to do? Could I? Shit. Shit. Okay, I'll check what I can do with this. I cannot use any abilities or permissions from more advanced forms. Like I can't use, let's say, invisibility from Minamon. No,
Not until
I
you
have to be in
digivolve to that form.
Minamon.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Could I at least probably charge? Would charging by holy powers be noticeable?
In the past,
You know?
did we describe how the holy power charging works? I'm pretty sure it was you holding your Digivice close and charging it with light, but I don't know. Unless you have another way that
Okay,
you could
so-
charge the holy power.
I'm not quite sure. So first way, okay, I'll play it safe and have divine inspiration. Since he cannot see my eyes, it probably should be fine. He should notice that I'm having a little bit of vision right now. So yeah, I'd like to see potential actions I could take. Probably see if I try to have a surprise attack and try and evolve right away, or what would happen if I try and attack him first? What would happen if I try to like multiple plans? What if I try to attack? What if I try to? I cannot make him teleport. No, I can only teleport myself. What if I try to move the Wizardmon away? Would the Wizardmon react? I don't know. Would it shoot really
What if-
fast or not? It's fine.
What if you try to appeal to his good nature?
What?
Does he have it left? Does he have it?
What
Hmm.
if you pay him?
Well, what's a
Our
good nature?
devices
I'm
have
sure
an
Impel
Yeah,
would
but-
ask. No, so I think I only get to give you one vision. So what would you
Only
like to
one,
see? Would you
okay.
like to see a? Well, I mean, it can give you many visions. It's just you have to keep spending balance to keep getting more and more. So what
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
like to
yeah,
see?
if
Would
I
you
train
like to
obviously.
see what happens if you don't resist? Would you like to see what happens if you fight Beelzebub? Would you like to see what happens if you try to escape him by distracting him and running away? Would you like to see what happens, like,
Okay. That's interesting. I'd like to see what happens if we don't resist him at all. If we just do what what he says, because if there's an opportunity for us to escape, or if we're going to be safe for a little while longer, then there's no need to do anything stupid. But yeah, so that should be my first priority. I think yes. See what happens if we just follow along. Just fine. Remove 2 balance strike, I think.
I think that knocks you down 1 level as well, so you get a curse back.
Yeah, which one should I remove? The portal, no, inspiration is locked. The light? Maybe but maybe the portal right now, yes. Because I feel like the light might be useful later on.
Okay. So you see a vision. Beelzemon delivers both of you to his employer. You see a very familiar Digimon, small in body. He has cards floating around him, making up big hands, and he's in sort of a little jester's outfit. It's Alekimon,
Motherfucker.
the guy that tranced you before.
That
You
little
see
bitch.
Beelzemon smile as he collects his payment, give you like a little salute as he leaves, and then the flaming pillars at the front door appear, blocking your way out. And then we see like Alekimon, start to attack before the vision ends. Feel free to ask me a question about that.
Is there any opportunity for us to react during this course of events? Is there what would be the most ideal time to do something?
Whilst Beelzemon is
to-
receiving his payment, Alekimon and Beelzemon will both be distracted, and that may give you an opportunity to escape.
Okay. So this. Okay. So I take +1 for the vision or +2? I forgot.
+2.
+2. Okay, yeah. But I already have +2 anticipating for the assassin, so that might be +4 depending on how that works. Who knows? Now +2. Escape. Okay. So I'd like to convey that information to Kagayaki, but I'm not sure how to go about this. Maybe I could move my hand slightly, like military gesture. Maybe like the military dudes that were along Kagayaki as dad taught us a move or two to tell Kagayaki to wait for the right moment. Like for now, it's fine. Like, just wait.
Yaki's already waiting for the right moment.
Okay. So Beelzemon walks near the front door. He places a scroll against that door and sets it alight, and the front door of the school begins to glow with this sort of reddish glow behind it.
and then he kicks it open, and it's not the outside of the school. You see,
Yeah.
sort of the same scene you just had a vision about, Sonia. You see,
Okay. That's
you see flaming pillars begin to light themselves up, leading up sort of a staircase to a seat that sits Alehimon. You see a big sort of treasure chest filled with bits, sort of stored as coins, beside him. And he says, "Ha! Very good. I should have hired you from the beginning, Beelzemon." Says, "I got
I'd
you."
like to give a signal to Kagayaki, like soon, like be on your guard, just under my breath or under while there's not looking, just
Cool. So you give him like a little nod, like, just wait a couple more seconds. So
Yes.
Beelzemon like storms up towards Alakimon and is like, "Look, I got you the kids. Give me my payment. I don't want to have to see these kids longer than I need to," he says. "The more trouble than they're worth. But I need those bits. Capiche?" "Oh no, I completely understand," he says. So he sort of absorbs the bits from the treasure chest and like hands them as a ball to Beelzemon. You see, like, we get like a panned shot of Beelzemon. His eyes sort of light up with greed as he sees all these bits that he's been offered for capturing you. Alekimon, he's sort of looking at Beelzemon right now. He's not looking at you guys. The wooden door behind you is still open back to the school and hasn't closed yet. What do you do?
So is it the moment?
It is the moment.
It is the moment. Go signal. So just going to know that Kagayaki, we have to do something right now. So she's going to act right away and evolve. He's not looking at us. So take the device, evolve into Sleepmon, and cast the super sleeper thing. I don't think we've described how that move looks, but if that's okay with you, I'd like to make it a sort of like a sort of mist that would put people to sleep. But right now, in around a general area, but I don't expect them to fall asleep right now. But I do think the mist itself would be useful as a a cover to help us make our escape right now.
So you're sort of using it as a
maybe-
smoke grenade rather than a sleep grenade.
Yes,
Okay,
pretty
yeah,
much.
Sure, that sounds fine. Could you roll to unleash your powers, please?
plus the roll for the vision. Unleash my powers should be I'm maxed.
Bear in mind the maximum you can
unless-
roll on a roll is 4, just so you're aware.
Unleash my powers, so it's fine. So it should be plus. Yeah. Making sure.
So you've
Unleashing my
broken the
powers,
limit.
but pretty sure, yes.
Surely
I have
anything
broken-
besides Snake Eyes.
Let's go. I believe in myself. I believe in you. 2 plus 4. Wow.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
a full
that's pretty much
success. You
Mhm.
drop a smoke bomb essentially. Beelzemon goes, "What the?" As the big smoke comes up and he starts to feel very drowsy but not quite asleep. I'm assuming you guys make a run for it.
Yeah.
And Arlekimon's like, "Well, don't just stand there. Go after them." And he snatches the bits back and pockets them. And Beelzemon, we get like a shot of his face focusing and looking incredibly pissed off that he
wonder why.
couldn't get his money.
Technically, that's another Lekimon, not another. He did his job. I'm
Yes.
going to try and use that.
Yeah, I mean, you can try and use that if you want to. Beelzemon snaps his fingers, and a motorbike appears by his side, which he gets onto, and then we'll cut back to Taisto.
Oh fuck! I have to change it back.
What is this music?
It was the music for Great Escape. The sync cuts. Fine.
Cool. So Taisto, you're getting a very
Yes.
therapeutic chiropractic session from Pipemon right now. Flame Wizardmon is currently pinned to the wall by his clothing. He's got a trump sword stabbed through his like sleeve, attaching him to the wall. You see him sort of tear free when he sees that you're in danger. What would you or he do to get out of the situation?
Are you all here, or
Taisto goes deadly silent. I think that
I'm
his back
here.
may have broken.
okay?
He's RPing, his back on leather being broken, and him being fucking dead.
No.
Or maybe this is code. Maybe the way out of this is for Taisto to T-pose.
Oh yes, if he
Oh.
does absolutely nothing,
if
then
he's-
PMon will get bored.
If he T-poses, then you know
That's
it's
it.
gonna force his hand open.
Also, if he T-poses, he
brilliant.
can clip through the walls. We have established that Zach has been clipping through trees consistently. So if
Yes,
you
this
T-pose,
was foreshadowing.
I don't fucking.
Oh.
Why is that guy's crotch censored
magic.
in your GIF, Kageaki?
What?
In your GIF, it shows a guy in a blue suit and his crotch is censored for no reason.
Just
That's
the
probably
burning
Taisto. No,
No, Taisto!
is it
shit.
Grove? I don't see it being
It's
any
not
different.
censored. It's just the bottom of the screen, I think.
It just
Sorry
looks,
about that.
looks very blurry.
Yeah. Are you fine
That's
now?
just the graphics of Vice City.
At least for now.
Yeah.
Mark off your technical difficulties on your bingo cards.
Just
Probably
press-
not.
Forgot about the bingo cards. We have to bring those back.
Yeah, we stopped doing those for a
I
while.
gotta rework mine since 2 of the tiles are forever not going to be ticked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but then-
Ivo has expressed to me his intention to play. He's just away on a trip at the moment. So at least he wants to come back. I'm just not sure about Zach.
Mhm.
Who?
But yes, sorry, Taisto.
Yeah, that's
yes.
unsettling.
Yes, so the last thing I heard was I'm getting a therapeutic back massage from a funky clown.
Yeah, and Flame Wizardmon, who's pinned to the wall by his sleeve, tears free when he sees that you're in danger. What would you or he do to get you out of this situation right now?
Huh. That's a very good question. So what PMN is basically doing is he's holding Dice up and monologuing something and being all evil and such while trying to kill him.
Yeah, he's basically squeezing
By
the life
squeezing
out of
him.
you while he's gloating at you, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think Flame Wizardmon's tried and true method is, of course, to his plan of attack is to attack, and I think meanwhile Deister would, while squirming and try not to die. I think Deister would level his gaze at BMon and while being scrunched up, he would say something totally cliche like, "I'm not afraid of you. You may be able to kill me, but you won't ever defeat me," or something like that. And while that hopefully pisses BMon off even more, he might not be paying enough attention to what Flame Wizardmon is doing.
Cool. So
But the point is, neither of us are actually we're ready to fight. We're ready to fight this out, even though it has historically not gone over too well.
Okay. What does Flame Wizardmon do to use his preferred method of attack, which is attacking? What does that look
Yes.
like?
He goes in the menu, he select the attack option.
I think. Actually,
does
I
it have
think.
the SP though, because evolution costs SP.
Ah,
I think
there's the trick.
I think after Flame Wizardmon gets frees himself from the Trump sword, he falls on the floor, and then there's this, like, you know how when heat hot air rises, it kind of like warbles the air. There's something like that as Flame Wizardmon turns invisible, which he hasn't done in a while, but he can do that. He can do that. It's one of his permissions to turn invisible. He turns invisible. And while that hopefully is enough to keep PbtA from noticing him, he sneaks up behind PbtA, and then while PbtA is going, blah blah, I will have so much fun in trying to squeeze you, haha, I look like a water balloon. Flame Wizardmon is going to strike at the backs of his knees, maybe, to get him to lose balance and hopefully release his grip. I think that's what might be happening. Yeah.
Is that revenge for when he stabbed you in the back of the knees?
No comment.
Is this an attempt to hurt Piedmon, or is this an attempt to free you?
No. Yes. It's definitely not a like it's. I think it's been proven time and again that the Flame Wizardmon on his own is not strong enough to wound or damage PbtA, but hopefully this will be able to free.
I'm going to let you in a little thing right here. So Piedmon is very injured right now, and Flame Wizardmon is invisible. He hasn't noticed him. So if Flame Wizardmon were to attack one of the
it doesn't matter because I'm going to roll 2 1s and it's going to fail.
Come on now, it could be a 1 and a 2.
Okay, so you're trying to get him to drop Taisto, in which case it is an Unleash Your Powers roll, please.
Oh boy.
Let's go, dice god.
That means that you don't want to roll below a 7.
Actually, this is it's not. It's legitimately not any worse than a Unleash Your. No, sorry, I meant directly engaged threat roll. 2d6 plus 1. Let's go. Booyah! 13. Easy.
Oh yeah, GG, GG.
You went from crit fail to crit success.
Yeah, boy.
You blast. Flame Wizardmon blasts a large amount of fire into the back of Piedmon's kneecaps. He staggers forward and releases his grasp on you, Taisto, and you drop to the floor, gasping for air. Piedmon sort of yells in agony as the backs of his legs are actually injured from where the Slash Andromon had slashed him several times. So he's extra out of it. It gives you an opportunity to escape if you want to, or potentially reposition and regroup if you want to continue fighting him. It's up to you.
What you don't seem to have understood, PbtA, is that we will never give up. You may be able to crush us and stab us and punch us and punt us as much as you want, but you have taken something very important to us, and we're never going to give up until you're defeated. Fuck you.
Sorry, we're gonna have to bleep that because this is for kids.
Yeah, we can.
You're right. This is a dub. Digifuck.
Oh.
Yeah, but we would very much like to continue attacking. Yes, we want to beat the shit out of this guy. Now that I'm no longer about to die.
Cool. I think your speech of, we'll never stop, you can't kill us, ha 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 ha, makes him very angry. He's gonna turn his head to you, scowl, like this deep hatred is literally emanating off his face at you. And I think he snaps a finger, and you hear soaring beneath your feet. And then a hole opens up
I
beneath
hear
you.
what? Oh. Oh.
You're about to fall through it. What do you do?
I would like to not fall through the hole if that's one of the options.
You can try and not to.
No.
If you don't want to fall in
Yeah,
the hole,
I would.
please roll with unique.
Oh boy. 9.
Cool.
Easy.
You fall through the hole, but you grab onto the edge of it, and Flame Wizardmon pushes you up onto the side. He is grasping onto the edge. You're fine. And as he tries to pull himself back up, we see Piedmon grab the podium that the egg was sat on and fling it at Flame Wizardmon. It hits him quite hard, and his fingers get crushed by this podium, and he yells out in pain. Tyster, he has the upper hand still. You're gonna need to, at the very least, digivolve if you want to fight on even terms with him.
That's what I've been trying to do. What do you think that? Yes.
I think I know you've been trying, but I'm waiting for one specific moment right now.
Uh-huh. I do not know what you want from me at this point, to be honest. But
at the moment, he's crushed you in his hands, and you've attacked his eyes. Neither of which are super courageous. I mean, they're reckless for sure, but
I've also monologued about how we're not going to give up, and how we're not afraid of him, and stuff like that.
Okay, so maybe on the next attack we can see if you can digivolve then.
All right, let's go with that then. So I'm no longer about to die by defenestration.
No.
And well, in this case, it's not defenestration because no windows are involved, but well, whatever. And Flame Wizardmon is, I think we see Flame Wizardmon roll to the side from being hit by the podium, and then the the view kind of zooms in on him you can see that how he struggles with the pain, and then his eyes flash open with a look of terrible determination because he knows that what's currently online is not just revenge for having been stabbed to death, well, almost to death, and so on, but it's the life of Wizardmon. We are here to save Wizardmon and of course stop Piemon in the process, but Wizardmon is the one that we're here to save, and he knows that there is no losing this fight. Piemon may have the upper hand, but we need to win this in order to make sure that Wizardmon is safe. And Flame Wizardmon picks himself up from the floor, stands up, and then wipes with the back of his hand, wipes some digicode that's drooling down from his mouth, and goes "Is that the best you can do?" And then charges forward in a new attack.
Cool. Roll to
That good enough?
digivolve, and then roll to directly engage your threat.
Thanks. All right.
Double rolls.
Double rolls.
Yes, let's try Digivolving. 14.
Cool.
Zero.
And
Clear a
then
condition and digivolve.
Okay, another chance for
Yes,
Snake
thank
Eyes. Let's
you.
go.
First up, we need this one over on there.
Come on. Surely you won't get a Snake Eyes 2 times in one season, right?
Oh,
I'm
definitely.
trying to
Oh.
jinx it.
Clueless.
No, I'm definitely going to roll another critical success.
Clueless.
I can, but I'm no longer afraid, which is excellent. Oh, 2d6 plus 3, I think. Yes, my mathematics are right. 11. Booyah. All right. So, knowing what's online, Flame Wizardmon charges forward for another attack. He gets a bright illumination, like a terrible glow, overtakes his body, and then out from the light rushes Mistymon, sword poised to attack, and he strikes down with this like trail of fire coming from the sword as he aims to blow away Piemon to smithereens.
So which 2 moves are you going to take from directly engage your threat, please?
Yeah, I think we're going to resist or avoid Piemon's blows. He's totally off guard. He didn't expect us to be able to fight back. Like he seems to underestimate us constantly. So he's actually never fought Mistymon before, to be honest. Now that I think about it, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, last time you didn't let you digivolve.
Yeah. We have managed to beat the impossible, so he's completely off guard, and it frightens him. He's frightened because he knows that we're more powerful than he's faced us before. So yeah, resist to avoid his blows and frighten him. Oh, well, impress, surprise, or frighten, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say instead of frightening him, it makes him unsure if he can actually kill you. So it's sort of like he's completely taken off guard. He didn't expect you to be able to evolve with the situation that he set up. He tried to make it as hopeless as possible. He basically tried to prevent you from evolving so that he could just kill you outright and enjoy it while he did so. But now, in his weakened state, he's actually on the back foot with Mistymon coming at him. You drive a sword down on him, which he only just manages to block with his trump sword, which shatters under the weight of your sword. He rolls backwards into the room, skidding from the impact. He wipes some digicode from underneath his eye that's leaked out from where the slash Angemon had hit him before. Tries to stand up and then sort of staggers forward onto a knee, feeling very dizzy and unable to stand. And I think he sort of spits out some digicode into his hand and says, "Wow, you're everything he said that you would be and more. This is a lot more fun now," he says. Smears the blood across his mouth, makes it a big smile. And then he says, "You know, I really want to kill you now," he says. And he snaps his fingers, and you feel an explosion come from behind you. The wall and ceiling around you and Piedmon begin to crumble and collapse in on themselves. What do you do as debris from the ceiling falls down and almost crushes you?
I think Taisto dives forward to where Mistymon is, and Mistymon like lifts his other hand up, and this magical shield emanates from it that takes on the brunt of the fall and collapsing ceiling, so that the two of them are not harmed by this.
Cool. Piedmon, not caring for his own safety, rushes forward with his blades. 1 second, the wife's just come in. Thanks, sweetheart. Sorry, he rushes you with his swords, being battered by rocks as they smash into his face and his body. You can see he's sort of running on empty right now, vengeance being the only thing fueling his actions. And he spear tackles Mistymon out and lets the building collapse on top of them both. Taisto, Mistymon flings you to safety out of the room, and the building collapses on top of both him and Piedmon. What do you do?
Is it possible to... So the room entirely collapses?
The room is basically entirely collapsed in on itself.
Yeah, so there is what Taisto currently sees is just a big pile of rubble.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Taisto takes out his Digivice and starts sending a message to Kagayaki and Sonya about to get them here. BTW, go to ambushed by Piemon. Lots of fun. Also, my back is killing me. Love Taisto.
Cool. I think we'll cut to Sonya running away, and she gets the message on her Digivice, and she's like, "Not now, Taisto, not now." And we see.
Meanwhile, Kagayaki's like, being chased by a city mafioso turned demon lord and Arlecchimon. Luck good. Love, Kagayaki.
You should get some cream for your back.
Yeah, he has a good chiropractor he can recommend. Yes, I think we'll cut back to Kagayaki and Sonya. You guys are running down the corridor. You have no idea where you're going without a guide. I'm assuming that you grabbed Aquizidmon and brought him with you.
Yes.
I'm under that assumption. You're dragging him by the hand.
Currently inside the shadow.
You've put him inside a shadow.
Nice.
Okay, cool. That's fine. As you're running down the corridor, you hear the rumbling of, and you start to see what looks like a motorbike drift around the corner.
Oh shit!
What do you do?
Oh,
That's actually a perfect song. That's actually a perfect song for this. Oh my god!
How does he drive that? Are the hallways that wide?
Hallways are very wide.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, everything is fucking enormous in this universe.
Yeah. Well, you need to.
Alright. Plan B. We figure out if he's smart or not. How about talking?
I'd like to make sure the Wizardmon is safe first. But yeah, sure. Let's maybe split up. He can chase both of us, right?
Fair, I guess.
Okay. I'll go right, you go left, and see what is.
Yes, you go right in that candle shadow. Whip.
Look.
Okay, so you go right, Kagayaki goes left, or whichever way you said, I can't remember now. You split up. You take different turnings at the junction.
Oi, bud, surely you're more pissed at me, right?
1 sec. I'm just gonna roll the dice 1 sec to see which way he goes.
Oh.
Okay.
Random.
Okay, so you split up, and as you look over your shoulder, Kagayaki, you see Beelzemon drift around the corner in the opposite direction and chase down Sonya.
Oh, you dumb fuck.
But. Damn it.
Alright, Sunlupon, time to rival a
Okay, that's
motorbike.
good.
Alternatively, you get a message from Kagayaki. Can you teleport?
Me. I cannot teleport right now. I don't. Well, I'm quite unsure. Don't feel like I'm able to. Probably should find another plan.
Lovely. In that case, we split up for nothing. After that bike, Sunlupon.
I mean, Sonia can use her porthole when it's a scene with Taisto because he's not in this scene.
I cannot use my portal right now. I removed it because I used the other power
Oh yeah, I remember.
earlier
Now.
in the episode.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Because I thought the light would be more useful. You see.
Mm. Yes, it's definitely going to come in handy.
I'm starting to.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, teleports are
Starting to
useless,
second
right?
guess myself.
We've proven that time and time again.
Yeah.
Sonia, you have a motorbike
Well-
chasing you with a very angry demon lord on the back of it. What do you do?
Okay. Okay. Well, first I'd probably like to charge up the holy powers. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
Roll plus the conditions, so I have 2. So I'll do that right now.
Mhm.
Unless I get pluses because of my vision, but I don't think that's.
I think you've already used that +2.
Okay. Oh yeah, I removed that. Well, it's useless anyways because I have a perfect roll again.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Digivice glows a bright pink and envelops you, Sonia, as your powers charge up. You feel the data and energy flow through your body, and you look kind of Super Saiyan.
Oh, that's cool.
You hold 3, I believe, if you get a full success. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
3. Nice. So, I could start using it. Weak or modern traits, threats, supercharge another efforts, maybe burst, shield. Well, I might keep one for a shield later on. First, he's still a bit far away from me, so maybe I can try and talk to him. You sure you want to do this? Are you sure this is how you want to go down? Cute man would be sad,
Cumon's dead to me, he says.
Wow, good shit.
After everything we've been through, he should know that by now. But you, for some reason, you're worth more than the others. So I want to take you in, he says. That strikes you as odd, Sonia, that you would be worth more than the other Digidestined for some reason. Beelzemon lifts up his shotgun and fires a couple of rounds off. They sort of impact the walls to the side of you as you round a corner on the back of. I'm assuming you've slide evolved into Sheepmon to sort of fly really quickly. I don't think you're running away from a motorbike. That probably wouldn't go very well. But you round a corner. The shots just miss you. He says, "If you stop now, I can take you in alive. But I'm not averse to killing you either. You upset a really big gig I had. I'm lucky I even have a job now."
Well, if a job is all you want, then there's plenty of opportunities back in the village. I'm sure people would be happy to help a person in need. If you stop doing things like this, you might find more opportunities than you think.
Do you really think
People don't
that
tend to like
stinking village will take me back after what I did to him? I made him go bankrupt, you
Yes.
fool.
Well, they took back a lot of people that did a lot of the things. Very forgiving, and we're there as well. They're very kind people. And I'm sure they'd be more than happy to take you in if you repent for your actions. If you truly feel sorry, there's still a chance for you.
You Digidestin
You
are
can
all the
still stop
same.
this.
You all think that you always see the best in people, but you know I see a bunch of people who are easy marks, people I can take money from. Is that the kind of person you want in your village? Hey, is that the kind of person you want to invite to your house? You Digidestin are nothing but stupid, if you ask me. Beelzemon's raising your kind and lowering your superior by saying that you're overly kind to a stupid fault. Do you accept those terms?
Well, I can't because I get a condition. But wants to raise my kind. That's weird. What's the argument? Frame it in a different way so I can, I don't know, see if I really, if Sonia would really refuse this. Actually,
Sorry, say what? Sorry.
She is saying that. Do you really think that you want someone like me in the village? Is that right?
No, his words are basically, you know, you'd be stupid to ask me back because I'd just screw you over again. And then he's basically calling you stupid because you're being overly kind to a fault. So he's basically saying you're not superior.
Well, I can
you're too
refuse.
kind.
Okay, I can refute that. That's not being stupid. We know very well that people that have done bad things, and we also know more than anyone else what happens if we keep on going on that path. We've seen more than our fair share of people regretting it, and people ending up well. And you know it as well, no? You can't possibly think that being an assassin is a stable job. What do you see yourself ending up in a few months from now? We're not stupid for wanting to take you in. That's what we all should do. We should strive for people to give a safe home for people like you. I don't know how it's been in your past, but I'm guessing people didn't trust you very often if you're acting like this. So that's why we're there for you. We're there for people like you, to people that never had a chance in the first place. We've been through the dark area. We know what it's like. We've helped a lot of people mend their ways and try and find some purpose, you know? Why would you be any different? What would you think would be stupid to trust you? Or maybe you don't even trust yourself. Is that right?
Can you roll to resist his influence, please?
Oh, yes. Resist influence. Oh, it's been a while since I last.
It's just a flat 2d6 unless you've got. Is it insecure, Matt? I think it's insecure. It's one of them.
I don't think I have insecure. I have guilty and. I know I do have insecure. Oops.
Okay, so it's minus
Shit.
2.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. That's not how it works. Man. Ah, that would be almost. Oh, shit.
Okay, mark potential. And then
Yeah, dude.
shift the labels anyway. His words hit you extremely hard. He's basically calling you a foolish idiot.
Which I cannot do because it's kind of already raised the max.
If it's already at the max, you
So
mark
I
a
take a
condition.
condition.
And then because you failed
Yeah.
at rejecting influence, I get to mark another condition after that and shift your labels a second time with some of the levels.
Oh, you mark a condition as well? I thought you just shifted the label. That's really harsh.
Yeah.
Take hopeless, I think, or if anyone, and it will work. Hopeless because I'm not sure I can get through to this guy. And
think,
I'm in real big
You put me on
trouble.
speaker, I can try.
I think him rejecting your kindness and making you feel like an idiot for offering it makes you angry as well. I would like to lower your savior and raise your reckless as well as the opposite change. He's making
Lower,
you.
severe, reckless up.
He's making you feel like you're being reckless for trying to save him because he's unsavable in his eyes.
Wow.
So big label shifts. Yeah, he says, "This is a dog-eat-dog world. These Digimon living in harmony, being kind to one another, it sickens me. You should take what you can and run. That's how this world is. That's the world that they promised they'd give me if I worked with them. I'm not an assassin. I'm a bounty hunter," he says. "And you're worth a lot of money, Sonya." He revs his engines, kicks his engines into overdrive, as Yu-Gi-Oh characters might say, and drifts around the corner and bursts towards you, his arms outstretched, trying to grab you off the back of Sleepmon. What do you do?
Well, I would try and launch the emergency shield, or burst. Would burst be better? I'll read the things. Burst, destructive burst, unique instead of reckless. That would be good. If you do, it will cause until one more damage. I think burst might be good to kick him off his bike, actually, as he's trying to reach for me, just close enough that the explosion will catch him off guard. Yeah.
So you channel your light energy
I'll burst
into Sheepmon. What does this destructive burst look like?
As she is with Sleepmon right now, the burst of energy would probably cause our eyes to turn red and awaken with destructive energy. The mouth and eyes would glow with ominous red. That's she is burning bright, and the light engulfs everything, just turns to a huge sphere of light, just detonating the entire area around us. Yeah.
Cool. Roll to directly engage a threat with unique.
+3, but I do have condition right now, so it's probably directly. I'm not afraid. It's not the only roll I don't have a minus on. That's hilarious. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I figured as much.
Cool. Choose two of the options.
Yeah, so first off, resist or avoid. I would resist or avoid the blows first, and I would take their footing away, their back even, it's like, so I cannot use it for at least a little while.
Cool. What does that look like?
It looks like it's about to reach for Sonya. The explosion starts to happen, and probably the bike, with a mind of its own, is trying to protect its master by shoving him off the bike backwards, and just catch being caught in the glass itself, which would damage it. I don't know if it would straight up destroy it because it's sleeping, so it's a few levels of disadvantage.
Yeah, it'll probably just be like,
who knows, it is a back.
Injured and will be able to turn back online soon, but not. It's on like a cooldown or something.
Yeah.
He can't call for his bike for a while.
And doing so would prevent him from grabbing me, which would explain the resist or the blows a bit.
Cool.
He's being blasted backwards, so it wouldn't be too injured yet, but yeah, he's not on his anymore.
Cool. So Beelzebub gets blasted off his bike. He rolls along the ground as his bike gets totaled basically by the explosion. His eyes widen and he's like, I paid a lot of money for that bike. Better pay for that, Sonya. He says as he like waves a fist at you as you fly
That
off.
bike was a life orb.
He turns around. Kageaki, were you chasing the two of them while they were?
Yes.
Cool. So he turns around as you round the corner, Kageaki, on the back of Sanglipmon. He says, "Well, one of them got away, but this one's still worth some money at least." He levels his shotgun.
Why are you being so stupid? You're supposed to be smart. What are you doing? I don't understand you. How do you not see this? You want to make money. But you go about this in the least profitable way, the least likely way to give you a steady income. You are tied. Let me make this clear. You are tied with one of the chosen ones, partner Digimon. We are tied with the angels, with the virus types in and out of the dark zone, with Icon Village, a city, with Cooler Coast, with Digimon. Like, if we give them the word, you can find legit, stable income. You can like fucking open a museum if you don't even want to work, and just have our city in it, and make so much. What's the alternative? Do you not see what is happening with Harlekimon? Like, he paid you to get us to him. You got us to him, he let us get away, and then he spit in your face and took the money that he had to give you away, and made you do the job a second time again. How is this better? How is this more profitable?
You don't know what it's like to be me, man. I've lived a hard life. Been
Why
rejected
do
from
you
everywhere
just
that I've
keep
been, and the
living?
places that did accept me, I conned out of all their money. Icon City wouldn't accept a folk like me, not after what I did to them. I'm the one that made them into a camp instead of a bloody city, he says.
You haven't seen them lately then, because Mammon's fine and dandy, and he almost killed half of them. That's far worse. And if you are smart, and if you play it smart, you really won't need to scam anyone ever again.
And you think Cute Mom would accept me after what I did to him?
Considering he's basically in the same boat as you, and changing for the better, yes.
No.
You're not Seraphimon, you're not Greymon. There is something there to salvage.
Could you roll to provoke him?
I could also instead roll for his best intrigues.
Okay. Sure, roll with superior.
+2. I don't think I have advantage over him. I had advantage over Oogie Boogie, right? Yeah. $13.
Oh, nice. So on a 10 plus, they buy it and act accordingly. And you're being sincere right now. You are really offering him a spot in Icon Village, right?
Yeah, it's
You're not
fucking
trying to
stupid
fool
for him to keep doing this to himself. It's self-destructive.
I think it'd be silly for him to just go, alright then, and then like go off with you. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to raise his shotgun. As in, like, not aim it at you. He's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to verify what you said with my own eyes. They let me in, we're good. They don't, you're dead to me. Capiche?
Right. Let me give them a heads up first, because if you just show up unannounced, you know, slightly important for them to know that you are actually going there with good intentions.
I am a flight risk, though, just so you're aware. You see, the boss, he paid up front. That's why I look like this, and not like my little pathetic puny form that I used to be.
Oh boy. In that
You paid
case,
for
you...
evolution.
Alright,
You
so...
paid to win. Oh my god.
when you say boss, you mean Keramon? and whatever his master is.
The hell's Caramon? He says.
Who's your boss?
Well, my boss is Lampmon, he says.
Lamp. We don't know
Yeah.
about the name.
He employed, well, technically my boss is Lekimon, but he's employed by Lampmon currently, so we work for him. He wants you Digidestined out of his way, dead or alive, and we get paid for you. And for some reason that chick is worth more than you.
Does complicate matters a bit.
My name is Sonia, not Czech, by the way.
You actually probably want to stay with us for a bit, so that you can make sure you can break the contract without shit going down. We did it with Mammon, and we were far weaker back then.
What you talking about?
You basically fucked up. This contract thing is something that Mammon did, something that Greymon did, something that Hexeblaumon did, and
It doesn't end well when you take their offer. We've seen it firsthand many times.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about with no contracts. They just gave me a big sum of money and I used it. I ain't signed nothing. I'm not stupid enough to sign my life away.
I don't think contract is made with paper. They're kind of special. Actually, do I know that? The time with Exeblaw, he took the contract like only verbally, right? Like that happened in front of us.
No, he didn't take it verbally. What you remember is he signed in Caramon's book.
Signed in Karen's book. Okay. Well, that's it. Changes things then. Well, if you're so sure, then that's fine for you. But you really should be careful around these guys. They don't really take kindly to, well, maybe even people that are listening to them. They don't seem to be, working for your best interests. I don't think they are. So.
Okay, so here's the deal. You wipe out my boss, you wipe out the assassins that come for me, and I'll play ball. I'll live in your city. I'll do my part. I'm a good salesperson. I can work in the shops, help business. But I'm gonna bring trouble if they're not gone, if I'm being hunted. So
Yeah.
I'll lead you to them. You deal with them, and I'm out. I ain't getting involved with them. They're gonna take my bits from me, he says.
My internet died for a while. I'm on mobile now. What did I miss?
Okay, so he's proposing us to lead us towards his boss, so we can kill his boss, so he can be safe, so he can kill
that's-
all of the assassins.
That's basically the plan, actually. We were on our way to deal with him specifically. Not kill, but same shit for you.
No, you don't understand. He needs to be gone. If he ain't gone, he's gonna hunt me. He's gonna take my bits away from me, and I ain't losing my bits no more.
Technically, we just need to break the contract and imprison him.
There is no contract. He hasn't signed anything. He's just been given a massive sum of
Yeah,
bits.
yeah, right. He hasn't signed the book, so he's fine technically.
Oh,
but,
he's actually fine then.
He said he
Yeah.
wasn't stupid enough to sign his life away.
That's very good. That makes it a lot simpler.
Yeah.
Oh, by the by, the boss said he sent someone upstairs to deal with your other friend, the cocky one,
Yeah, we know.
wild
but
hair,
we're
goggles.
Kind of busy,
the cocky one.
Let's
Yeah,
run
he's
to a
right.
fight.
He's not cocky. He's an asshole. There's a difference.
He's
Oh, man.
courageous.
Courageously stupid and dickish.
So I think
Let's go. Let's run.
I think we cut back to Taisto. You're
Who
just like
sneezes?
sending messages to the other Digimon like, please help. Digimon buried under rubble. Piedmon may be alive. XOXO. And then Kageaki messages back going, sorry, we busy. Love Kageaki. And you're like, fuck him.
Hey, I
You
did give him
Digivice,
more.
who
Hey,
did-
I
hey,
am
hey,
now saying-
I did say we're fighting for our fucking lives, okay?
New Digivice, who this? I think. Yeah, seeing as no help is coming, I think Taisto has no other option than to start digging for himself. Is there like, is there any noise or sounds of fighting coming from inside the rubble or something?
You hear like some dull thudding from inside the
Okay,
rubble.
they're alive. Okay, sure, they're alive then. In that case, yeah, just start digging. Get digging.
Cool. So you start lifting rocks, pulling them away, and eventually you make a small hole, and you can like peer inside. It's about the size of your face, and what you see inside is a scene that both probably makes you very relieved, but at the same time also makes you very worried. You see Mistymon. He's basically propped up this entire place with his magic. The inside of this rubble is glowing with like a bluey red fire. His sword is buried in the ground, permeating that magic. And he's currently standing over Piedmon, punching him repeatedly in the face, whilst Piedmon laughs maniacally. You hear Piedmon say, well, go on then. Do it. Do it. Take my life. Prove to everyone that you Digidestined are just as fake as they say you are. What do you do when you see this scene, Taisto? Of
It's really
Mistymon literally looks like he's fueled with rage. Like, he is blinded by his anger. He's just like, where is Wizardmon? Where is he? Punching in the face as hard as he can. You didn't realize that Ghostmon was getting this bad.
Sorry, Mistymon. Sorry, the one who is punching is Mistymon is punching Piemon.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oof. Oof. Huh. I think Taisto would call out to Mistymon. Mistymon, you're fine. You're alive. Let's go with that. Let's start with an obvious statement. You're alive. I see
He,
it as a reaction.
He hesitates to, like, at the next punch, inches away from Piedmon's face, and turns to look over his shoulder and sees you. You see his eyes are just, they're so angry. Like, you've never seen him lost this far into rage. He looks so fixated on getting to his friend that he's sort of forgotten that he's supposed to be a hero. He says, don't try to stop me, Taisto.
Try to stop what? Mistymon, what are you planning to do? What are you doing?
He walks over to the sword that's buried in the middle and pulls it out, and replaces it with his little orb to keep the barrier intact. Walks over to Piedmon with his sword and lifts it high above his head.
Mistymon. Listen to me, Mistymon. Mistymon, don't do it. If you kill him, you You can't know that you're ever going to see Wizardmon's egg again.
Don't listen to him. What is he, the boss of you? We're taking very good care of your friends.
I'm his
egg.
partner, you dick face.
Don't you want to win? He says, looking up at at Mistymon. And Mistymon's sort of like caught between a rock and a hard place. Could you roll to plead with Mistymon to stop?
What is that?
Plead is a roll with.
Oh.
Sorry, provoke. Sorry, it says sorry. my
Alright.
bad. I've been playing too much
Are there
Avatar.
any other moves we should know about?
All right.
Sorry, I've been playing too much Avatar where they
sure.
renamed that move to plead.
Sure, I could, but on the other hand, I could roll something else. How about defend or stand up for something? Stand up for something is a good roll. Would you like me to roll standing up for something, rather than that? Anything except that.
Maybe next time.
What I'm hearing is making me roll provoke.
I mean, defend
With-
does make
So-
sense as well.
Yes.
Defend does make sense as well. There is an argument defend works here too.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah, but
defend
provoke
PMO
gives
from
him
an
a potential.
immediate threat.
Pardon, sorry?
I'm trying to defend PMO from an immediate threat, which is being decapitated by Mistymon. I'm definitely doing that.
Okay, I'll allow that. That makes sense. Roll with savior.
Technically speaking, she's letting it happen.
Jeez.
Is it
You
really
guys
a
know the
threat
meme
if
of
you
the-
let it happen?
You guys know the meme of the guy like wiping sweat from his brow with like 15 hands? That's basically it. Phew. Oh god. Oh jeez. It's a 9. It's a 9. Okay. Okay.
Ooh, good.
So on a 9, you keep. Sorry, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose to either add a team to the pool, take influence over Piedmon, or clear a condition. And on a 7 to 9, it costs you.
Or I could hold one, but I think I could hold one. No. Mm-mm.
Hold one.
How often do you get influence over PMon? Not very often. I'll take influence over PMon. Yes.
Okay, what kind of.
And,
just to discuss this, what kind of influence is this, right? So,
I have no fucking idea.
he.
Does anyone have any idea on this?
I think he has. You have influence over him because he hates you so much. Like, you tricked him. He fell for it. He almost got killed because of it. And now you've stopped him having his fun by making your partner Digimon turn into a murderer. So I think that's why you take influence over him. He has a vendetta against you. That's why you have influence over him now.
Oh.
That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, can we pick something else instead?
I'm trying
I
to
think-
contextualize this properly.
Yes.
Abort.
I think in order to since I'm supposed to expose myself to danger is escalate the situation, I think Deister would maybe dig some more and get into the pub bubble, and then now there's a murder clown who has a murder boner for him. He's exposing himself to danger by being in the same space as a clearly not as injured Piemon as Piemon would like to pretend to be.
I was thinking something slightly different. I mean, you can still break your way through into the rubble.
Okay.
But I think because of your words and you succeeding, it makes Mistymon hesitate and look at you. And while he's looking at you and Piedmon realizes he's lost this sort of bout, he pulls out a sword and stabs Mistymon in the side. And Mistymon yells out in
Come
anger,
on.
I'd like you to take a powerful blow, please.
You know what would have been a lot funnier? If
Is this from someone far more
Piemon
powerful than
stabbed
me?
himself. Like, fuck you, no, you don't get the satisfaction.
Fuck this.
Take a powerful blow with never give up, never surrender, or just the real way.
The
or
real way,
regular
because this guy definitely
Oh,
isn't
okay.
more powerful than you at the moment. He's gravely
But
injured and brought down
he's
to the
he's
level of
an ultimate
ultimate.
level. He's an ultimate level, and we're a perfect level. So it's not.
But he's also gravely injured to the point that he's basically a perfect level Digimon at the moment.
Okay, fine. 2d 6 plus 1. That's a
Ooh,
7.
just enough. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just enough to take a powerful blow.
7. Yes, exactly.
Lovely. See, you
I
should
think
have.
I think
You
the
should have removed that
I
one
think-
condition earlier.
yeah. Anyway, I think this definitely takes us by surprise because we expect him to be far more injured, and gives the opposition an opportunity. We give ground.
Cool. In that case,
So
if he gets an opportunity, I think as he stabs Mistymon, he kicks Mistymon off him. He's like, "You always do spoil my fun, don't you? What's your name, boy?" he says as he points at you.
you don't even know my name. Jesus, this guy.
Wow.
My name is Taisto Urho, voittoulja sankarpoika, you bitch. I actually had to. I actually
like that.
didn't remember.
I like
his
that
name.
you fucked up.
Yeah. I don't need.
Mr.
I don't need his full name. I don't need his full name often.
I mean, your side bits account is right here.
Taisto Urho, voittoulja sankarpoika. Yes.
Piedmon pronounces it perfectly.
Oh really? Can you pronounce it
it.
first so that
Prove
we
it.
just know how to pronounce it?
I'm sorry.
perfectly?
I'm having a hard time picturing what that sounds like because I don't know how to do PMO's face voice. So could you give us a demonstration, please?
Yeah,
Can you please repeat the name one more time?
Taisto Urho, voittouljas sankarpoika.
I missed the middle bit. So that's the
There's
middle
more
bit.
names.
Taisto Urho, voittouljas sankarpoika.
Taisto
Voitto
Urjaha.
Uljas.
What's the middle bit again? Sorry, Urjaha.
Taisto Urho, voittouljas sankarpoika.
Taisto
Damn.
Urjaha.
Yes, no.
Voitto. Can't remember the last bit. Sankaporika. I probably botched that completely. Why do you have to give him such a hard name to say?
It's an
Voitto
amazing name.
Uljas.
If you knew Finnish, it would be amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of oddly specific.
I'm just gonna call him Taisto Sankarpoika because that makes better sense to
I
me.
will not forget the styler.
Yeah, he gets the first name wrong and does the surname perfectly. That'd be great.
Oh, that's your dub name, Tyler.
Please
Yes.
no.
Unlike gods, Paimon can say those words perfectly because this is an anime, and everyone who has a ridiculously hard to say name can be said quite easily.
You haven't watched a lot of anime, have you?
Yeah, he says, "Good. You know me as Piedmon. So let me
Piedmon,
tell you. Stop mispronouncing my name. This is the dub."
But you're literally a clown.
Pierrot, if we will. Sorry, yes, we know yes, Piemon, yes.
Yes. I'm here solely to prove my worth as an assassin. But you keep getting in my way. One obstacle after another, and it's always you standing in my way. First I sent others to deal with you. Ogamon, Mummymon,
But no, they all fell one by one, unable to defeat you. I thought to them, gosh, such weakness, not being able to take out a petty human that isn't even a real Digidestined. But now I see. I see you're someone not to be trifled with. Someone who I need to eliminate as soon as possible. He punches the ceiling of the barrier, and a small pocket of hole, a small pocketed hole opens itself above where he punched, and a rock falls through. He punches it again,
Oh no,
punches it
rock
again,
falls.
and punches it again. And I think it's at this moment that Kageaki and Sonya round the corner, hearing this punch. And then he breaks a hand through the barrier and climbs
his
out
hand?
through the roof. You hear footsteps walking overhead, Taisto. Sonya, Kageaki, you hear that too. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I could protect one. Could I use two shields to protect Kagayaki and Taisto, but not me? Or do I have to protect myself in there?
When you use your barrier, it says in the move that you have to protect yourself and somebody else if
Yeah.
you spend more. So
And somebody else. For a flora boost. What would be the best
Why are we protecting?
way forward?
Didn't he run away?
Well, he's over the roof, but he might attack at any moment. But I don't know. Wait, yeah. If he's trying to run, yes. Well, I guess could I could I know if he's trying to run away or if he's trying to attack us in the shadows, playing against surprise attack? Surely.
from the words that he said to Taisto, he said that he's going to deal with you immediately. So you assume he's not.
Yes. So he's probably he's going to come back. So I am going to put a shield up around
I'll be
Taisto.
fine. I can become.
Yeah, that's-
I can become shadow.
Okay.
Sorry, I
trust you.
I got my internet fucked over again. I missed
That's
everything
never happened
after.
to me.
Yeah, definitely. So I missed what happened after Piemon started climbing through the roof.
Yeah, well, I basically put up
Nothing.
a shield around you. Yeah, we were talking about this. Yeah. I'm just putting a shield around you and myself, and Kagaki can turn into shadows, so we're fine. And we're anticipating his next move because he's going to attack us very soon. At least
In
we're.
fact, Kariaki
assuming.
melts into a shadow now so that he's ready.
Yeah, so we're waiting for Piemon's move.
Where did Beelzebumon go, by the way? Is he with us or did he dip?
You put him in your shadow, remember?
Okay.
So he's wherever
No,
you
I-
put him.
I put Beelzebumon in my shadow.
Wow.
the
You can put everything
the
in
Aquis
it.
one you said you put in your shadow.
Yeah, Beelzebumon.
Oh, Beelzemon. Yeah, Beelzemon's with you. He's just there with you.
Okay. I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a mega level Digimon who hasn't been injured yet. He can probably take care of himself.
We
You
also
too?
need that.
You
for
hear the
funeral
footsteps
for his
walking
wife.
overhead, and then you hear them stop. You don't hear them at all anymore. And then you see someone round the corner. Sonya, it's Stella.
What the?
Masaka.
A Spadamon standing beside her, and she runs towards you. And she's like, "Sonya, help! Help! They're after me!"
Do the Lancers send their regards?
Oh,
Is that too niche a
Yeah.
reference at this point? Is it old enough to be niche?
I know Prozidi. I'm saying this Prozidi stuff. But, yeah. Am I right in assuming this might be an illusion, perhaps, of sorts? Is there a way to decipher this to make sure that this is an illusion, or would I?
I guess
Or
you
would I
could
just?
see through her.
I guess I will do it. I will see through. I do have minus 2 to see through, but I do have do I have info source still actually? Oh shit. I might not.
Surely you do.
Well, it's not written, so unless it's yeah, I don't have it.
How do you not? Shouldn't
You
just
you have influence over anybody you mention in your backstory, so yes,
Okay,
you
okay.
have influence over Stella.
Okay. Well, that's
allow
fine.
me, by the way, to edit that myself.
Yeah, see through someone plus kind, but that's also minus 2. Unless yes, that's what I was going for. Unless
Go.
my influence works for her,
Yeah, your influence will work.
will work even if that happens to be an illusion. It works still.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
plus
we
4
shouldn't
It's
spoil that
basically
mechanics, we're
showing
not
how
Pokemon.
much you know her because you've got influence over her. You care about
Okay.
her. You care about what she thinks of you. You know
need 6
when it's her, basically.
plus 2, I think.
Do you have any minuses from?
I believe, yeah. You see through, yeah, I do have it. Ooh, enough. But 8. That's partial success. Then
Cool. You get to ask me one question from the list.
are you an illusion? One of the question. What do you really intend to do? Is probably the what? What are you really planning? That's more or less the same thing, isn't it? What are you really planning? What do you intend to do?
So what do you intend to do? What do they intend to do immediately? What are they really planning? Is more long
Planning
term.
is on the long term. Yeah, well, right now. Yeah, what are you thinking right now?
She's attempting to gain your trust.
Gain my trust. She would need to gain my
That
trust.
is not good wording.
Yeah, that's not really good wording at all, Mister.
Would Stella
I do
need
not
to gain your
appreciate that
trust?
I don't think she would. Stop this! Stop this right now! You really think you can fool me like this? It's not the first time you tried to trick me with illusions now. If Stella were here right now, she would have. Surely she would have. Never mind. You wouldn't know, would you?
Kageaki, you feel something grab your ankle.
In the shadow?
Are you actually inside a shadow?
Yeah, I melted in the shadow already.
Oh, well, you feel something crawl over the top of your shadow.
What is it?
A legless Higeki is crawling along the floor.
Yeah, okay, that makes it a bit more obvious.
You know, I'm sensing a pattern here. What in the? Kayaki like is inside the shadow. And she's like, what in the fuck?
He looks down into the shadow and he's like, Kageyaki, please, we need to talk. I forgive you for everything. Please.
Okay, yeah, that's not Higaki. that settles it.
I mean, is it like, shouldn't it be, who the fuck is that? Forgive me for what?
Yeah.
No, I
It's
don't
really
remember.
forgotten.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
remember.
but you don't-
I have talked about how I feel about remembering him in the way I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he remembers
Yeah, but-
blowing off his legs and nothing after, basically.
So
Nothing
basically,
before.
Higeki
Nah.
is a bit of an NPC for me now because when you only
That's
remember
sad.
that specific part, it feels a lot less real.
Yeah. Wow, that's sad.
Funnily enough, it's the reason I will be able to actually talk to him when I meet him.
Taisto. From under the rubble, Einari pops his head out.
Okay, that one is even more obvious.
From under the rubble.
From under the rubble, Einari pops his head out. He says, it's been too long, Taisto.
Can I try to see through him? please. I would
Yeah, of
like to see
course.
through someone in this. Thank
course.
you. Let me just see real quick. And right. Because this, unlike previously when this same illusion, like Master has been subjected to this kind of illusion before, so it's not like he doesn't know what's possibly up 9. But unlike the previous case where he got led through a door into a magical wonderland, this one isn't necessarily as obvious. So trying to see through someone should be appropriate. But yeah, 9. So I get to do 1. How could I get your character to reveal if it's an illusion or not?
Oh.
You've seen before that Piedmon's illusions tend to be either balloons or swords rather than like actually physically there. So if you could somehow pop the balloon or clash with the sword by attacking, you'd be able to reveal it. Obviously, if it does happen to be Einari, you'd be attacking him, which you probably don't want to do. But from where Einari came from,
Right.
it seems a bit odd. Like, what was he doing in that room?
Really? Do you think it's a bit odd that he pops out from under the rubble?
I don't know. It checks out to me.
Does this all the time.
Oh, and
Classic
there's Eutymio,
move.
right through the window.
Yeah.
All right. I think Deister goes like, please forgive me if I'm wrong. And he fishes out a needle. He carries with him. It's part of his survival kit. Is a needle for sewing, and he tries to poke him in the arm with the needle.
You go in with a needle, and you distinctly hear a ping when you hit his arm. The illusion goes, "Ah, what was that for?" as if you actually did stab him, but you distinctly heard a ping as if it bounced off something metal.
Also, thank you for using the word illusion.
What? It's an illusion?
What
The
really
freaking
is? It's an
spoilers,
illusion.
man, I can't even.
And how does Einari react to being poked with a needle, apart from going like, "Ow"?
He says, "Ah, what was that for? I haven't seen you in ages. I got taken by some freaky Digimon and just escaped. I tried to find my way back, but I ended up in this castle place. Do you know the way back to the digital world? To home? To the human world?" That's his first reaction.
Right.
I want to go home.
Yeah, sorry, I was. Me too, buddy. Me too. Let me help you out of there. Deister says, and starts helping Einari out of the rubble. Is Mistimon in there still?
Yes. He is lying on the ground with a sword sticking out of his gut still.
All right. Einari, stay with Sonia for a moment. I need to go and have a chat with Mistimon. Be right with you. And then Deister heads into the hall after Mistimon.
By the way, something I completely forgot earlier. Would you say that negotiating with Beelzebumon was activating my crest?
Yeah, I'll go for that, yeah.
Right. Let me roll for that then. Might be helpful.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Wow.
your
Wow.
device hasn't glowed at all
Yeah,
this entire time.
That's karma.
But yeah, as you go back into the rubble to try and get to Mistymon, Taisto, we see Einari seal you in.
Oi.
And
Well, I
then
guess that's
everybody
all.
else sees Einari turn into a sword that just buries itself in the ground next to the rubble.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
Sonia, what?
uh-huh.
What? I've been looking all over for you. I got kidnapped by some strange Digimon. Well, I managed to escape. Why don't you want me to come closer?
Yeah. How about that? You, if you really were, still I know wouldn't rush to me right after being kidnapped by some Digimon. You went out to save your friends, save our friends, and just coming back like nothing happened. You think people are fool? That's enough. I'm not even talking. You're not even worth talking to. Sleepmon, attack! Just straight up laser beams through Stella.
Cool.
And then Stella dies.
Balloon
Yeah,
explodes.
yeah, that would be
Yes, it really was Stella. She just gets laser beam through the stomach and she's like, "Wah!"
She actually got through and got here at the worst possible time.
Yeah, when you're all being tricked, she's like the only real one there. Yeah, she bursts into a balloon. She's not real.
Yeah.
It's Piedmon
Would've
trying
thought.
to distract you while he finishes off Taisto.
So Taisto, we saw him, be trapped by the thing, by the
Yeah, he
illusion
climbed
and stuff.
back into the rubble that's being held up by Mistymon's barrier. It's slowly failing because of the hole that Piedmon punched into it, but Mistymon was
Yeah,
stabbed in the gut and Taisto's gone to help, and then Einari sealed him
Could
in
I
and then became a sword.
could I give some the last hold I have to give some boost to Mistymons to help him, regain enough strength to just push back to Piemon's attack. Well, yeah, what I mean.
Which
Just
one would
regain
that
the
be?
barrier.
Would that be boost?
Yes, boost.
Okay, cool. So we'll say that they take +1 forward to their next roll because it's obviously to boost somebody's roll with that move. But we'll say that it's boosting his abilities to survive.
Okay, let's go for this for now. Yes, and I try what I can. Can I shoot the sword with the laser beam and see what happens? Why not?
Okay, you shoot the sword with a laser beam. It reflects the laser beam in a direction that is like a mirror away from it.
That is fucking sign. Christ. It really polishes them.
It blasts the wall behind you and makes a big engraving through one of the portraits.
Well, I'm sure they won't mind.
Just to add just to add insult to injury, it's the portrait of Hexa Blaumon. You just blasted a hole through his chest.
Oh no! Hexablamon died again! Meanwhile, there's a certain shadow is nudging its way towards the barrier. Not even paying attention to Higeki.
Wow, ignoring him. Wow.
I mean, it's fucking obvious, it's not crawled in here, come the fuck on!
Come on, you should give him a hug at least.
If
Welcome
he at least
hug.
had bionic legs, maybe I would roll.
Yes, so Taisto, we see you sealed into this rubble. The only light in there is the glow of the orb that Mistymon left in the center. And then a soft pink glow seeps in through the cracks and reaches Mistymon. And he gasps for air and opens his eyes. He sort of spasms a little bit
and then he sees you walking towards him. And he's like, I didn't do it, Taisto. I'm not a monster like he said I might be. Did I atone for what I did to my friend yet?
Are you okay, buddy? Oh boy. Oh shit. Calm down. Are you okay, Mistimon? Taisto just rushes over to him and tries to see if he's bleeding out. He's bleeding, but is he bleeding out? I guess.
There's data that was seeping out of the wound, but you see that the pink energy that has seeped through the cracks has seemingly stopped the leakage and has stabilized him for now. He's still got a massive sword through his gut, but he isn't dying. He's just very injured.
For future reference, can you cauterize the wounds of Digimon? Does that work?
Not with fire. There'd probably be a way, probably like healing magics or healing abilities from Digimon. That would probably cauterize wounds, but unfortunately your party healer is T-posing in another dimension.
Cool.
Oh.
But it seems like Sonia has saved Mistymon's life, Taisto. How does that make you feel towards Sonia after everything that you guys have been through? The whole losing each other's trust and whatnot in the past.
I will never give her back my influence over me. Wait, she already has influence on me. Shit.
Yeah. It's too late.
Him up,
You're
fuck
mine
him
now.
up, fuck him up.
Yeah, I think Sonia should fuck you up, Taisto.
Please don't.
Yes.
I think
Sonia,
you should
please
take
fuck him up.
away.
Don't
let's
look
see
at his
if-
character sheet. Just say 2 labels you wish to change and in which direction.
Which ones are locked?
Savior and
First,
Reckless
so
is
I know.
locked.
No.
Savior.
Shh. Don't
Damn,
look
you
at
can't
it.
even fuck
Don't
him
look
up
at-
properly that way. Come on. Those are the 2 most fun ones.
I know. I'd like for him to be less unique because he always runs off on his own. It would be reckless normally, but unique is the next best thing. And plus, kind? Plus kind. Yeah, sure. Is it good? Is it bad?
So you want him to be more
It's
sociable
terrible.
and with
It's
the group.
terrible. Please don't.
Yes.
Because
I
he
will.
responds
Please don't.
in kind.
No.
I will.
No.
I will not
Kind is
change my
exactly where I
mind.
need it to be. No. No.
And how does that make you feel?
This mechanic is great. I adore
I
this mechanic. It's so fucking
I
stupid in all
hate
the right
you.
ways.
I hate you.
The way you can just grief people by fucking up their build consistently.
That's the best.
I mean, the idea isn't you grief them.
Oh.
The idea is that you change their labels in a way you want to see them act. That's
Griefing them is
the
funny.
purpose. Griefing them is funny, but not in the spirit of the game. Okay. So yeah, Sonia saved your Digimon's life. That's probably weighed heavily on how you've seen yourself acting in the past, being quite separate, trying to keep everybody else safe by being solo. Maybe it's time to work together as you always intended to and never run off again.
Don't you run off again. You stay right with me.
But yeah,
Forever.
Misty
I
Mon-
Endeavor.
think we've been through
David.
this path before, like in 21, I think, was it?
Mistymon asked you a question though, Taisto. He asked if he'd atoned for
Right.
what he did to his friend.
Can we get some more sad music for this, please?
Sure.
This is a bit too
Yes.
actiony.
Bit much. Mhm.
Yeah.
This one, this one is good.
Oh yes, that's fair.
Okay, so whew, look, Mistymon, what happened with Hexablaumon? It was an accident, right?
But it wasn't, Taisto. I killed him with my own hands. There was no other way at the time, but he was still my friend. I still carry that with me, and everybody else sees me as some kind of horrible killer. I only did what I had to, but I still regret it every day. And I almost did it again. I don't know who I am anymore, Taisto.
What happened with Hexablaumon? Like you said, you had no other choice. He was about to destroy the whole world. And as sad as it is, he had signed his own life away by putting his name in Karamon's book. Even if he hadn't been stopped, or even if he had stopped him somehow, some other way, he would have still died. He made his choice. And you saved everyone. I know it hurts to make the choice that must be made and then carry the burden for it, especially when someone close to you is hurt by it. But you're not a killer to me. You're a savior, you're a hero. I wish there had been some other way, but we both know that there wasn't.
But what about Pipe?
What you did today here... Well, you didn't strike him down, did you? What you did here today shows that you aren't the kind of murderer or killer that others might paint you as. You have shown that you're not, that you can... Look, I'm not very good with this kind of stuff. You know me, I'm more of a charge first and then, you know, deal with the consequences later kind of guy. But I don't think you have, like, I don't know.
When I look at Piedmon, all I feel is anger, Taisto. He hurt you so badly, I thought you were going to die. And now he's taken Wizardmon from me too. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if somebody hurt me so badly that I might die, and then somebody took Einari from you?
Well, somebody has already taken Einari from me. The thought of someone hurting you so bad that you might die honestly hasn't really crossed my mind that much, since you're so powerful and always ready to jump into the action and Jesus. Sorry. Really shouldn't be looking at player chat while doing these kind of things. Because you're so invulnerable. We've been through so much together that I've been able to trust that you can take any kind of hurdle, but the thought of someone being able to hurt you so bad that you would be close to dying is terrifying. I don't know what I would do if I was put in such a situation. Then again, this seems to be quite close to it. Look, I can't absolve you of whatever guilt you have over Hexablaumon. I know that he was a dear friend to you, and you're probably the one most hurt by his passing. But no matter what I think, or what Kagayaki thinks, or what Sonia thinks, or what anyone else thinks, what matters is what you think about what happened. You know, same as I do, that there was no other choice at the time. And while it was your hands that may have dealt the killing blow, Hexablaumon had made his choice. He had chosen to sign away his life in order to destroy the world. And after he had made his choice, there was no other path that could have been taken. You're not to blame for Hexablaumon's choice. And if anything, the fact that you didn't kill Piemon, even though you wanted to, shows that you're not the kind of murderer or killer that others might want to paint you as.
A tear trickles down Mistymon's cheek. Could you roll to comfort and support, Tyson? Yeah, put that +3 kind to good use.
Yeah, fucking hell. And I have a influence over it, Ghostman, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you should. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I would fucking hope so. Alright, let's... It's not far.
Come on, come on.
Right.
Roll for the ages.
6 plus 4. Easy 12.
Yeah.
Cool, you...
Easy 12.
Despite the line that you just said, you absolve him of his guilt. And you make him feel
Yay.
a lot better about himself. On a 10 plus, you also get to clear your own condition or add team to the pool, your choice.
Oh, I can be not guilty anymore. That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
helpful can be.
finally clear that.
Yay.
You are now conditionless.
Which means that I can't evolve now. Fuck.
I mean, technically you can. You have an alternate moment of truth.
I mean, Please. We need to have Sonia get her moment of truth.
She's already expressed that she's going to
Isn't
do
she
the
like...
moment of truth very, very late, apparently.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's because
You literally have nothing. You're tapped out on advancements.
I know. I
What
know.
have you-
I know.
Lord before
Also-
mechanic.
Also, I would love to have a moment of truth, except that someone fucked up my labels so that I will fuck myself up if I have my moment of truth right now.
Lord before mechanics.
Whoopsie.
If you are to be fucked forever, then so be it.
Remember that an alternate moment of truth unlocks a label, unlocks another one, so, you know.
Yes, but I don't want to lock my kind at +3.
Fair.
Then lock your superior at -2.
I also don't want to do that. I need to lock kind at +2.
Sucks to be you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
come
well.
around better. Scratching my head.
Oh well. Anyway,
Yeah, so, your words get through to him. He finally seems to have this relaxed look on his face. And you hear clapping behind you, Taisto. Bravo, bravo. What a show. I almost gagged, Pipemon says, as he reveals himself. I'm sorry for the delay. I had to put the curtain down on our performance so that your friends didn't interfere. You think you're special? You're nothing but a worm wriggling on the floor before me. You Digidestined think you're meant for greatness, and that because you have some prophecy written about you on a piece of stone, that you're invincible somehow. Well, I'm here to show you you're not. You think that you can just waltz in here and take everything that we've worked to achieve, to free the Master, let him roam the digital world once more, take his rightful place at the top.
The Master?
You think you're that special that you could overthrow him? Don't make me laugh.
I don't think you understand, Piemon. You've tried to fight us twice, and twice we've... well, I mean, the first time you left, that's on you, whatever. But we've constantly beat you back every time you've tried to make a move. First you said you sent Ogremon, we beat him back. You sent Mummymon, we beat him back. You tried to send, according to these text messages, a Beelzebumon. Yeah, didn't see Beelzebumon. We've definitely beat him too.
Look behind you.
Dude's like right fucking there, he's just deposing at this point.
It was I.
He's like, maybe if I stand very
I didn't
still,
see
they
no
won't talk to
Beelzebumon.
me.
Like, I didn't see no Beelzebumon. I don't know much about these prophecies or about Digidestinship or whatever, and this whole development with two teams of Digidestins or something. It's way beyond my what I get paid to do, which is actually nothing. But what I do know is that me and Mistimon, we're on the side of justice, and we're on the side of making sure that everyone is safe from your evil master and whatever evil things you plan to do. And while the two of us are together, yes, your master. Tell us more about your master, please. Exposit.
The Master isn't evil. He's trapped, sealed away by a force that shouldn't have been put upon him. He is a
Yeah, your
hero.
master sign. Your master signs people's souls into a creepy ass book and then kills them when they don't do their keep their end of the bargain. I think that's qualifies as evil.
They deserve that fate. These
Really.
people who live in the modern day, they're not real people. Not after the purge. These are just the resets. Nothing more than hollow shells of what they should be. We want to attain his ultimate wish. We want a new world, free from these goody two-shoes, happy-go-lucky, help each other people. You're all too kind, and you need to be more survival of the fittest. Defeat all that stand before you. Become the most powerful. That should be the law of this world.
Are you
But the
even
Digidestin
listening
stood
to
in that
yourself?
way. Taisto. He is raising unique, lowering kind. Kagiaki, if you're slowly
thank you.
Kagiaki, if you're slowly creeping into the room,
Hi.
he is also doing the same to you. I don't know if you have your unique locked though.
Excuse me, he's doing what?
He is raising unique and lowering kind.
Alright, yeah, there are 2 reasons he cannot raise my unique.
Okay, fair.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, that answers the question. Yes.
But yeah, the
Alright.
plan is to get
Wow,
in
I
there
take
without
it,
him
I'll take
noticing
it,
me
I'll-
and then just take him by surprise at some point.
Do you accept what he says about you guys, Taisto? That
Yes.
the world should be
Yes, I
survival of the
accept whatever.
fittest, and that
No.
you should be less
You what?
happy,
No, I don't
kind, and
accept
go-lucky.
Fuck. No.
I hate what you're saying, but I like your bonuses. Please give me the money.
I'm basically saying, I'll give you what you want, Taisto, but at a cost in the story.
But first, we have to turn you into something else.
So he's
Sell your soul.
basically lamenting about how his world was taken from him, and so he's going to take everyone else's world away from them.
Yeah, I get it. Let me try to see if I can thread this needle so I can take the bonus without purchasing it is premise of bullshit.
Sure.
Um,
I'll allow you that chance to thread the needle.
Meanwhile,
Alright,
allow me
so-
to get in therapy. Not
oh, jeez.
shuffle.
Hmm. So the key concept of why it's lowering kind and increasing unique is that it should be that the world should be less about everyone helps everyone and more everyone out for themselves.
Yeah, and he's saying that you
Yeah, I
Digidestined
can
are the
see it, yeah, I
ones
can.
causing it to go that way.
I don't
May
think I can do
ask
yeah,
a question
no.
on semantics? How is listen to me and do what I say raising unique?
He's not saying listen to me, do what I say. He's saying that you Digidestined have taken away a world where survival of the fittest was the rule, and turned it into a world where everybody's super happy and handholdy and always helping each other, and that's not how it should be. And he's saying that you should have pushed for the world to come back to how it was, like they are. So he's saying that you should be more unique, i.e. you should make this a survival of the fittest world, you should not care about each other, that you should be by yourselves and fight amongst each other for the power. That's basically his stance on things. You can obviously try to twist that to accept his words in some way. I'm happy for you to do that, as long as you can twist it into some kind of interesting narrative. Or you can deny it and hope you roll a fail.
If you deny it good
Alright,
enough
yeah, I
and
can
act
fail that
immediately,
roll. Oh,
you
wow.
can change your labels exactly how you want it.
I've seen the kind of world that you want to bring, BMon. We have that kind of world on the digital world right now. It's called the Dark Zone, where Digimon fight for their merest survival. Everyone is out for themselves. The weak prey on other weak beings just to survive, while the strong feed and gorge themselves in a fancy castle, pretending to protect, while in reality they're just yeah, we know. Shh. Pretending to protect the weak, while forcing tribute and taxes on them, so that the others can stay weak. There is no path to advancement there. There's no, whatever you may have had, I'm sorry that you feel this kind of loss over it. But the world that we have created with our power is better. Everyone has a chance. Everyone has a chance to make their own power and be a force for good, so that all will be taken care of. I think that's rejection. Pretty sure that's rejection.
That does sound like rejection to me.
Yeah. No, my my beautiful labels.
But I still get the points, please.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can reject that shit. All right. 2d6. Just flat 2d6, right?
bro.
Was it just flat 2d6?
It's a
Unless
flat
you have a condition.
2d6 plus influence.
Oh
if
yeah, you have
it over
influence.
Paimon.
Right.
Remember as well that you could just, if you don't want the influence for some reason, you can take advantage of your influence over them somehow, giving it up to do something to them instead. Just in case you don't want the influence for whatever reason.
Funnily enough, losing the influence might
Let
be
me
good.
see. So, exploiting influence, where is that?
It is just at the top of influence on the peripheral moves section. When you take advantage of your influences.
Anytime you can give influence to organisms to all these. When you take advantage of your influence over someone, surrender the influence you hold over them and choose one. Give them -2 on the move they just made. Well, not applicable here. Inflict a condition on them. Ooh, that's spicy.
You can just
Ah.
choose a winner. Actually, that's the way. You can choose a win on a fight if you speak his last conditions.
What conditions are open for Piemon?
Hopeless.
Oh, that one is
Okay.
very spicy.
Okay. Let's see. No matter what kind of world or how much you may want it, no matter how powerful your master is, there is no way we could ever surrender our vision of the world for something so horrendous as yours. We won't let you ever cover the entire digital world in a dark zone where everyone is forced to battle for themselves. We will always, every time, stop you. I wish to surrender my influence to inflict hopeless on that bitch, so that I might be so that it was my daughter. Fuck.
And if you fail it at all, you're actively talking out your ass. It's amazing. It's so good.
All right, let's see. Anyway, yes, if you allow that to have been exploiting the influence by making myself be this, he hates me. He has a vendetta on me because he's I don't know. So me promising that I will always be there to stop him might be enough to get him to become hopeless and whatnot. But let's see.
Yeah, I mark hopeless for him. But I'll do his
Alright.
villain move after you've rolled your influence.
5, yes.
His words hit you hard.
Yes.
Please mark a condition. Shift your labels anyway, and I will shift your labels once again.
Is that the most hypocritical we've had in the entire series?
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather me shift your unique or your kind?
I need my kind
Ooh,
exactly where it is,
Spider-Man.
please.
Cool.
Okay,
I will move your unique down and your superior up. You
I
are
wish,
you feel better than your way of thinking about the world is better than Paimon's, and
Yes.
you don't see the world as a place that is survival of the fittest, standing tall above all others. You've learnt through your several times of abandoning the rest that working together is much better than running off on your own, and so that's why we're lowering the unique and raising your superior. That makes perfect sense. Story.
Right. All right. I'm marking insecure because clearly, even though Daisto wants to believe in the world that he just professed, he can't help but feel insecure about, or he doesn't. The words of Piemon still hit him, meaning that he possibly doesn't believe that he can actually cause the kind of world that needed to be built or needs to be, I don't know, insecure.
Okay, that makes sense.
We'll go with that.
I think at your words, Paimon sort of looks a little like hopeless, I guess. His face looks hopeless. And he's like, you don't understand. I lost everything. I lost my home. I lost my family. I lost everything I cared about because of you, Digidestined. He spits on the floor. And now you're telling me there's no way back to my world? That this fake one that's taken its place is what I'll have to make do with? No. No, I don't accept that, he says. I will defeat you here and now, and I will return to my home. I will see the smile of my son's face again, he says. He draws his last trump sword from behind. Now stand and fight. You owe me that much.
No, Piemon, we won't fight you. We pity you. You say that you've lost so much, and now you go around and cause that kind of pain, the kind of loss that you've suffered to others. Do you know how much you've hurt us by taking away Wizardmon's egg? Do you know how much it hurts that your master has taken away my only friend? Well, sorry, my dearest friend. That's what I meant to say.
Too late now.
Ad-libbing hard. My dear closest friend. We are innocent in the kind of in what happened to your world. We weren't there for the purge, and yet you go around trying to hurt us. Do we know that Yggdrasil was the one who caused the purge? I forget how much we know.
Yeah, we do have the information that
right. Okay.
Yggdrasil was puppeted by Seraphimon to keep his lot.
I'm just going to be right back 2 seconds. My wife just needs me real quick.
Okay, so yeah,
Right.
Yggdrasil was tricked by Seraphimon. The chosen ones of the old world were also tricked. The X program was initiated and the reboot.
We know from
Alright,
both
thank you.
Seraphimon, Dorumon, the
Gaiomon,
yeah,
Kerpimon,
the prophecies and stuff. So yeah, it doesn't.
all of that is there.
Mhm.
We also know from Einari, he talked about it himself.
Well, I
Right.
didn't share it with Taisto,
Yeah,
but I think,
I know all of these things, but I can't remember how much we, the audience, and
Yes,
the chosen ones
characters.
know, because it's
Everything
just
besides
wanted to
what
make sure.
specifically Einari said has been shared to everyone.
Right.
Gaiomon, Dorumon has shared
Okay.
everything, Seraphimon has shared everything, Terubimon has snitched on Seraphimon doing this. I believe we have been shown the tablets. We just don't all know about Einari specifically being there.
and you never will.
That was a bit ominous.
So yeah, you do have the information. Are we going to punch God in the dick?
I hope so.
No, we're going to punch Lampmon in the dick, except that Antinum is never going to let us do that because Lampmon is his favorite Digimon.
We will do it anyways.
We
Make
literally-
sure you save a
Revenge.
moment of
No, we
truth.
won't. Like
Take
we go into we save Sonia's last moment of truth to beat up Lampmon, and then when Sonia wants to use the moment of truth, she goes like, "Oh yeah, I used the moment of truth, and this is how I win." And then she's like, "Haha, no."
Turns
Good
out he's
moment of
actually a
truth, but
good
no. Lampmon just shrugs it off, and is unaffected by the moment of truth.
Well, it's pretty
And
obvious that
then
after
you
we
all
deal with
die.
Lampmon,
Rocks
we'll
fall,
have to
you all
deal with
die.
Yggdrasil, because Yggdrasil being in charge does not work.
I don't think we have
no.
the time to deal with Yggdrasil, to be honest. Pretty sure we don't have the time for that.
I feel like Seraphimon was pulling Yggdrasil's strings or something, so
Right, I'm
we
back.
kind of
Yeah.
don't
We
Uh,
should.
Technically, we have the last moment of truth, and then we
Oh,
have the
okay.
beyond for the Yggdrasil fight.
It's true, but I don't see any
We
arcs.
have
past
the
this.
what?
We have the beyond, which is. I
Yeah, but
want
it's
to
just an
believe it
advancement,
reads
it's
like a
just-
moment of truth.
You want to believe it's not a moment of truth. It's definitely
Is
a
it?
moment of truth.
Like,
So
it's
it's
so
just
I
the
don't
end.
think it's a moment of truth.
like what is?
Oh,
Anyway, welcome back, Game Master.
Thank
Hi
you.
hi.
What'd I miss?
nothing important. We didn't
we
plan
were just
anything
talking-
involving
yeah.
Lampions.
there's- No.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
are not
never
going to
go.
kill
Never
Lamp.
go over the. There is no
Guys,
reason
guys,
to ever go away over the recording of this session at all.
Yes, do not.
Yeah, the
Now I
recording will
feel
be
now I
somewhere
feel
over
like
the rainbow.
now I feel like all of you been bad mouthing me behind my back.
No, we wouldn't ever do that. Anyway, yes, we pity you. Pity you. You have caused so much pain. Do you not understand how much pain you've caused? Where was I? Yeah, somewhere around there.
And then you asked if
I
you have
imagine
information
that
very
you
good.
say this for real, you know.
Oh right,
Yeah,
yes,
you forgot
yes,
one
we are.
thing.
We are. Yes, now I remember. Yes, we are. We are innocent in the purge. It was Seraphimon who tricked Yggdrasil into doing it, and we've already taken care of Seraphimon, to be honest. So I don't know what you're mad about. But
His world being gone. That's what he's mad about.
I know.
What?
And yet, even when you Digidestined knew what Yggdrasil was going to do, you stood against the digital world and let it happen.
I wasn't there.
No, but you are a Digidestined by proxy, and ergo, you identify with that group.
Wow.
I don't think that's how that works.
Wow.
Cogito ergo sum to you too.
I thought we
He's
left
really
the
good
rest
at,
of the racist
at
arc.
gymnastics, though, huh? God damn, he's going for the gold medal.
But you're right. I've taken something important from your friend here. But I've not taken anything important from you. And what you're talking about taking your friend away, I had no hand to play in that.
Oh, but your master did. Now, Emil, what's going to happen is that you're going to give us back Wizardmon's egg, and then you're going to go on your merry way and not bother us or anyone else ever again.
I will give you your egg. But I'm not going to go on my merry way. In exchange for the egg, I want an honorable death.
Okay. Done.
Like the old world would have given me. I don't want to see this world where I can't see the smile of my son or fight amongst the strong and take my place on top. I don't want to see this pathetic, weak world. So leave me out of it.
I don't know if Sonia is there, but that would resonate with her.
You can probably hear this through the cracks, Sonia. You've probably got your ear to it right now.
Meanwhile, Beelzebub's like making some tea. he found a chair. He's sitting on it, chilling, vibing.
Yeah, he's just there like, man, what a pathetic loser.
I was working for this guy.
Can't believe this guy was one of my bosses. So Sonia, you hear this through the rubble, him saying, I don't want to be part of this world, my world was taken from me, blah 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 blah. You know about the truth of the purge, that the Digidestined sort of stood up and let it happen. You know that they're currently trying to work to reverse that because of what Einari said, and you didn't know whether that was the right course of action. What does that make Sonia feel like when she hears someone say, I don't want to live in this world because mine was taken?
Well, she is resonating pretty hard with all of this, as she has been shouldering a heavy burden for quite a while now. I'm going into specifics, of course, but she can empathize with Piemon at least. I don't know if she would. That would inform her next actions. What would she do with this? She would definitely look solemn for a while, and feel mixture of guilt, empathy, sympathy, pity, and fear for what's to come. She doesn't know what the right course of action is. She's not as confident in a role as a hero as Taisto is, and she doesn't know how to solve everything, or doesn't feel like has the right to tell them how to do the thing, how to go about things. But is there really no way to try and talk this out? Maybe there's a solution. If we all work together, maybe we can recreate this world without any bad consequences. Maybe there can be a solution that makes everyone happy, right? I don't know.
Piedmon spits on the ground and says, didn't you hear a word I just said? Working together. With you, of all people. Don't make me laugh. What good has working together ever gotten anybody? I may work for the Master, but only for my own ends. The moment my world is back, I cut ties with him. Soon he'll be free anyway. Soon he'll bring back the world. You'll see. This one will be gone again.
Well,
Give us wizard on egg.
no matter what you say, I don't know what the future holds, but we will try and make things better for everyone. We generally are trying. I'm sorry.
If you truly believed that, if you truly want to make it a better place for everyone, and I mean everyone, you'd find a way to bring my world back. He snaps his fingers, and a bluish-looking portal opens. Through that door is your egg. But be warned, it may not be what you expect. He says, if you're not going to give me the death I request, then I'll give it to myself, he says.
Wait, no, don't.
You.
Can I put him to sleep? Put him to sleep. Emergency, put him to sleep.
Sure. Your Digivice glows a bright pink sun. You do want to Digivolve to ultimate level before you do that?
Sure, I can try.
You
I
were
got
trying
a lot of
to
idea.
show him the light of the situation.
So +4, yes. I don't think I have influence of that.
I should also be right below him right now, so I can't give an assist.
Yeah, if +4 is not enough.
Can you even help there?
Or evolution 11, yeah, it's fine.
I can make it a 12.
Does that make any difference?
No.
No.
You Digivolve to Luminamon and clear a condition of your choice.
Wait, let me think about these conditions because I
Guys.
know I will.
Guys, Taisto is dead.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
Did Taisto die? No.
I know I broke
Taisto!
something important. I made a sacrifice. Took for the action. I'm not sure. Flinging myself into easy relief. I'm not sure. So I'd either clear hopeless or insecure. Insecure or hopeless because I'm trying to bring him hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go with this.
Cool. So you Digivolve into Luminamon. The bright pink glow emanates and envelops Sleepmon or Sheepmon, or whichever one you are right now.
What's Sleepmon at this point in time? Yes.
Sleepmon, cool. So it envelops Sleepmon. The darkness dissipates from him, and he evolves into the being of light. And then you try to save him.
Yes, I will try. I will try to make the future bright for him. That's one of Luminamon's feature. And I don't know, to make it. Should I make it fall asleep? Maybe envelope him in the light to make him chill out a bit. Just see that convey our feelings of sincerity. That sincerity.
Would you like to use Celestial Light to defend him?
I guess yes. I did keep it for. Right.
What if instead we use Celestial Arrow and kill him?
Let's go. Celestial Light. Yeah, sure. Plus kind, +3, -2 on the tracker. Yeah, let's go. I'll do this. Oh wait, do I have? No. Yeah, it's one of my powers, so I don't have any. Then yeah, well, that's what a +3 will do.
The glow of your light blinds him enough that he drops his sword, and then she sends out a bubble of light that puts him to sleep before he can do anything stupid that he might regret.
Actually, he won't get it.
He collapses to the floor, sound asleep. He looks quite peaceful now that he's asleep, despite the battle wounds and scars across his body. And the portal still stands strong, open and ready for anyone to walk through.
Right, so Taisto and Mr. Mon are going to grab the egg while you two call Therapymon for Piemon.
Right. In that case, Kayaki will pop out of the shadow that he thankfully didn't need to use. Such a fucking.
But yeah, we head into the portal to grab the egg.
Okay. You step through the portal, and this time you step into a brightly lit chamber. There's an egg sat in a bed. It's bright blue with little triangles across it. There's a cloth on top of it, and a Digimon is holding the cloth and rubbing the egg, making sure it's clean. It's a little candle one. He puts the cloth down and wanders over to grab a little brush. He's humming to himself. He hasn't noticed you walk into the room yet. What do you do?
I see you're green, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't hear anything either.
Sorry, what does the egg look like?
It is blue.
Sorry, I was trying to ask, what does the egg look like?
It is a light pale blue with little triangles.
Right. And there's a Candlemon. Okay. Yeah, that's just like kind of clears his throat by coughing to get the attention of the Candlemon.
The Candlemon looks over. He gets startled. He sort of trips over his own chandelier, and lands on his butt. He's like, "Well, how did you get in here?"
There's a portal. We were shown here by Biemon.
I see. Oh, well, I don't know what you want with me, but please don't hurt me. I was just looking after this little egg here, you see.
Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, we're not here to hurt you. But we believe that is the egg of our friend. We've come to see it.
Oh, well, by all means, feel free. I've only been here a couple of weeks myself.
All right. Well, all yours, buddy.
Mistymon reverts back down into Ghostmon. And he floats towards the egg. He holds out his medallion, places it against the egg, and it doesn't glow. Taisto, I don't think this is him. Candlemon
Then who is
looks
it?
over his shoulder and goes, "What you got there?"
It's a medallion that's supposed to help with. It's complicated. It's magic.
Oh, I love magic. I spend most of my time here reading the books from the library. It's fascinating, isn't it? How the entire world runs on such powerful ley lines of magic. That medallion, it looks familiar to me. He says. I was told that
Ghostmon.
this egg here was the egg of some very important sorcerer. He must have wound up here after being killed somehow. But I don't really know much. I only just got here myself. He says.
Ghostmon.
Yeah, Taisto.
Do you think the Candlemon? Do you think the Candlemon might be? Do you want to show him the amulet?
He
Maybe.
He like looks over at the Candlemon and he goes, "Really? You think he already hatched?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But what about all the things that we talked about before with Wizardmon? If we give him this amulet and it is him, wouldn't we just erase who he is now? I'm so conflicted, Taisto. I want him back.
I think it's a choice. Why don't you give him a choice?
Okay, listen up, buddy, he says, as he like dangles a medallion in front of the Candlemon. He's like, "You just got here, right?
Did you hatch from an egg like this
Okay,
one?
okay, yeah.
So
This is nope. Okay. Okay, let's
Finally.
not like that. So, Candlemon. You hatched recently, right?
Yeah, I got here a couple of weeks ago. This is where they keep all the infant Digimon.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us something about yourself? You said you love magic.
Oh, I love magic, but I like to read about it more than anything. They say I have some kind of potential as a librarian of sorts.
That makes sense. This is a bit awkward. You see, this amulet is part of a magical ritual that is supposed to restore the memories of a previous life.
Oh, that's really cool.
We came here trying to. Yes. Now you see, the two of us, we lost a very dear friend recently. He died under terrible circumstances, but he was a good person, a powerful wizard. Well, a champion level, adult level, grown up. He was grown up, and he left behind this amulet in order for it to be possible that if we were able to find his egg before he hatched, his memories would be restored. But we might think that he has already hatched.
You see like a sudden realization flicker over the Candlemon's face. He like points to himself with his chandelier-y hands. You think I'm him?
Yep.
But,
Yeah, that's what we think, yeah.
and if I take hold of this amulet, I'll get all those memories back.
Yes.
But what about me? What happens to me?
We
The
don't
new
know.
me.
We don't know. And so we're not going to give you the amulet. Right? Daisto takes it and pockets the amulet, like before Ghostman can say a thing.
Hey, Ghostman shouts out.
Now,
Let him decide for himself. Please.
he hatched 2 weeks ago.
2
You've
weeks
got
of
time.
memories don't live up to a lifetime, Taisto.
Yeah, but why don't we get to know him? And then, if he still wants to do it, look, it's complicated. There's no. He can decide, but, it doesn't need to be now, right? He hatched 2 weeks ago. It's a big decision.
Ghost One sort of looks a little hesitant at what you're saying. Could you please roll to provoke him? He needs a little convincing.
Oh, no. Oh, anything but. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, my superior went up just recently. Wow, that's actually, wow. Oh, God. Gosh. It's a 0. This isn't even too bad. 2d6. 7. Wow. He hesitates or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll say that he hesitates at what you've told him, and he gives you the space to allow this Candlemon to live a little longer for giving him his memories back, just to see if we can figure out what we can do with him, basically.
Yeah.
But Tyster, he lives here now. I'll never see him again if we go back to the digital world. He says.
Look, we're not going to go immediately, right? We still have a lot of business to take care of here in Witchelney.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess that's right.
Yeah. So why don't the two of you have a talk? You can tell him about Wizardmon, and you can tell Ghostmon here about yourself. I mean, if you want to.
I think that would be pretty cool. I've always wanted to hear
Yeah.
about the stories of other Digimon and their experiences. And apparently, I had a life before this one. Who knew?
Right.
Says. He looks a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sort of calmed himself down a little bit. And I think we'll cut to black here on them starting to chat and catch up with one another.
No. They start to chat, and then Tyster turns over to the egg on the pedestal. And is like, well, if this is not Wizardmon, then who is the egg this is? And then we got to black.
Yes.
Could
yes.
be anyone.
Anyone.
Literally anyone.
Mhm.
Literally anyone.
It could be literally anyone. Definitely nobody we've seen on screen before.
Completely random question. Is the egg slightly cold?
Oh, it's very cold.
Okay,
Possibly.
thank you for this random information that has no relevance whatsoever.
It took me a few minutes. I realized about the Candlemon really quickly, but it only took me a while to process the egg.
You see, the blue thing doesn't make sense, and Candlemon is a pre-evolution, so it immediately clicked for me.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying
Well,
to be both subtle and on the nose at the same time, and it worked so good.
It went well. Yeah.
Depends on the person.
I guess. Well, it
Also
did well.
by
It did
this
well.
group you have right here.
So everybody, please mark potential optionally, and then tell me if you've grown closer to somebody, further away from somebody, or into your own image of yourself. Can we start with Tyster this time because he was last on screen?
Sure, I think Tyster has grown into his own image of himself. No, wait, I don't want to do that because then I'd have to shift my labels and I can't justify the kind of things that I want to do.
I'm going to take him from a different crest, and I'll decide sometime at some point which move.
Cool.
Oh, this is bad.
Fred, my boy, greeting.
No, there is nothing I can do. Yeah, Tyster has grown into his own image, to his own image of himself.
I mean, you could have grown closer
He
to Sonya.
and Ghostmon have. Nope, no, definitely no, nope.
Mhm.
If someone's going to fuck my labels up, I want it to be myself.
But that's me, not Sonia.
Wait, Tyster, you totally grew closer to Zachary this session, right?
It was the wisdom of Zachary that allowed Tyster to process the things that happen now.
I mean, I think several times throughout this session, Tysto T-posed, so
What did he talk
checks out.
again?
That absolutely checks out. Yeah, it's a valid option.
Yes.
What was
Anyway,
Zachary have done?
I think Tyster has grown into his own image of himself, and especially how he has dealt with Ghostmon / Mistymon / that character, his partner character. I think he has grown kinder and less superior. Yep.
Oh man, after
Kind
going
of
through
thing.
all that turmoil to put your kind back to
Yes.
+2.
Yes, I know. I'll just have to figure out a way in the next one. Someone please comfort and support Tyster so I can shift labels. Please.
I could come from.
I could, but
I mean,
had
you could,
basically
but we
taken
don't
out
do that.
The entire bits with Misty Moon. So that's a no.
Okay. So next, Kageaki. Did you grow closer to anybody, further away from anybody, or into an image of yourself?
I clearly grew closer to Beelzebub.
Clearly.
Do you see the issue with these moves now? What the fuck do I choose here?
I mean, that's a bit of our fault to not, play with the others more. We could have interacted more this session, but we didn't.
Technically, we barely even we made it like we needed to take extra time with the rushing, so not necessarily true. There's just no time to really talk when we're under attack.
There is a lot of action going on. It's true.
Yeah, we need more
We
unwinding.
no, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's about what we choose to spend time on. Like we could have dealt with.
We should have downtime.
I don't
before we
not
came
necessarily
here.
not necessarily here, but not necessarily in this case since we were split up. But we definitely could interact more during these action scenes as well.
Yeah.
Like
I never know how to intrude. The whole thing with Piemon and Taistos seemed like their own kind of thing. I didn't want to butt in needlessly. I don't know. That might be just a problem on my part. I should check off. But,
That's just us two not being fans of general sort of tropes where you can have 5 hours of discussion in the middle of a single punch.
mhm.
Yeah, you gotta take the Dragon Balls approach and charge up your moves while talking to each other.
I didn't grow closer to anyone. I didn't grow further away from anyone I can. Like, I would have from Taisto because he's completely fucking ignoring everything Kagayaki is trying to say once more. But I can't pick it. Oh, Nima?
All you have, well,
Yes.
you have to do. Thank
I
you.
have to raise a reckless and lower kind. Doesn't make sense given my actions, but it's the only thing I can actually pick.
Okay. And Sonia.
Lavia.
Yeah.
Sonia?
So me. Okay. Missed my cue. So first off, I would remove the conditions. I did break multiple important things this session, so I probably remove angry. I did make a sacrifice by accepting to follow Belzebumon for a while at least. So that should count. Remove angry and guilty. Insecure, I don't think. For the balance track, I did protect. Well, the Wizardmon one at some point, and then Piemon from Earthing himself, so that should count maybe twice. I don't know if you agree on
I'll
that.
allow that, yeah.
So 2, bloop bloop. And
would you count Piedmon as innocent?
well, he did give us the egg without harming it, and he did, decide to let us go and choose to end himself rather than, do the cowardly thing to just keep at us until the end. So I'd say he's a victim of circumstance rather than, maybe. Yeah. I protected him from himself, so that part is fine, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
As for the end of session move, that's a difficult one because the grew into my own image doesn't. Well, it's just that the labels. I can only rationalize me putting some labels down and not up. So that's and grew closer.
I could see
not
save
really.
here up considering you saved Piedmon, but that's up to you.
Well, yeah, if I have no choice, but if there's also a strong argument to put Savior down because um, it seems like the Digidestined have caused more trouble than they've solved, and everything is revolving around them, and we keep on, meeting people with reasonable grudges against our group. So she probably doesn't feel, even though she's technically not directly responsible for all this, she certainly feels, impacted by these words. So she would see herself as less of a savior. But I did see Piemon, and I don't see myself having grown closer to the others. Uh, I've grown away from the others, but in a general sense, there's a disconnect with me and the rest of the group, which are more of your noble heroes, actual heroes that they seemingly know what they're doing and they have a firm resolve about how to proceed, which Sonia definitely lacks.
Is there
But
anybody in particular that you feel detached from?
I guess if I had to choose, it would be probably Taisto, since he's the one that had the big speech right now. But it's really just it's a general thing. So if I have to pick, I'll say Taisto. It's not that I don't like you, anything,
Okay,
I'm being
Taisto,
forced.
you lose
Uh-huh.
influence over Sonia.
Not that I
No,
dislike
really.
you or anything, Baka.
It's not like I didn't already not have the influence over her or something.
Yeah. So I take my influence away from Taste. Wait, I forgot which way was it.
Wait,
You have influence over me?
does
You don't
Taist-
have influence over me.
does
I have
Taisto
influence over
influence?
Taiste, though. Yes, I have influence over it, but the opposite is not true.
Well, I guess you can't
Can I
take
still use
influence.
the move?
You can't take influence away from someone you don't have influence over. Sorry, from someone who doesn't have influence over you. So I guess just nothing
So
happens at that point.
yeah, well, I guess nothing happens.
Wait, you can actually pick it still? I thought it was like a cost thing.
No, it's not a cost thing. You can still pick it. It just doesn't do anything.
I mean, if you want me, I could
think
choose
it,
Kageyaki.
sorry, it doesn't do anything. What's the word? It doesn't do anything mechanical. Like you don't gain the
Mhm.
benefits of it, but in the story, it highlights this is how my character is feeling right now. So if you pick something like I've grown further away from Taisto, it means I expect to see that in the story going forward. I expect you to show that you're growing further away from Taisto for whatever reason.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. She's going away from the rest of the group right now.
Yeah.
That's yep. So she's probably not going to be the one that's comforts Taisto, sadly. And Kageyaki being the mad boy that he is, he probably won't be either. So, whoopsie. Looks like Taisto is going to be traumatized even more. Really, really do need therapy. Um,
Cool. I think post-credit scene, man. As Taisto runs through the portal, and Kageyaki is inside the rubble, Sonia still stands on the outside. And from above Sonia, we hear, ah, it has been a while, Sonia. He says, this Caramon descends from the ceiling. His face sewn together with two others. He looks monstrous and terrifying. His many ears flapping about behind him and his eldritch tentacles flaying around and floating in the air behind him. I have come here for a little deal,
of course, yes.
he says. What does Sonia do when he
Sorry, when she sees Caramon.
Right now, she doesn't have, she doesn't have the energy to be mad or surprised at Caramon anymore. Yeah,
Fred, no.
that's fine. To be mad or surprised at Caramon, just looks at him. What is it now? What do you want?
En contraire, I want nothing from you, he says. You see, it is what I can do for you, Sonia. You realize that Caramon is pronouncing your name correctly now, which is unnerving in its own way because he's mispronounced it for so long.
Oh no, let's
oh.
kill it now.
He definitely isn't pronouncing it right. Sorry, please continue.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Au contraire, what can I do for you? It's what I can do for you. Yeah.
A family you have always wanted, I have been told, he says. And the family you have made, I see, he says, looking over your shoulder. But you doubt yourself, Sonia. You doubt that you're truly worthy of their friendship, their companionship, their love. But what if I could give you your family back? He says. What if, instead of this make-believe, I could return you home? He says. Wouldn't you like to see all your brothers and sisters at the orphanage? Or even your true mother and father, who left you on the doorstep of that orphanage? Wouldn't you like a real family again? He says. Or perhaps you'd prefer my new friend. As he motions over his shoulder, and in the portal, standing behind him, is Stella. And we cut to black.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
Quickly, punch her.
That's
She
tough.
might be an illusion.
Yeah. Punch her again. Oh, that's a tough one.
I'll give you the whole week to think about what your answer is.
I'm sure that Sonia has grown throughout our journey and won't repeat the same mistakes again, right?
Right? Right?
We've
Right,
had like a
guys?
dozen fucking talks by this point, right?
Oh man. Oh, you
Please.
poor little boy.
Can
Oh,
one
little boy.
person please listen to me?
Oh,
I tried to time
you
Caramon
have-
showing up your most vulnerable.
yeah, you certainly had talks with Sonia, but I can assure you, you didn't reach her heart. And I don't mean this in a bad way, or in a
You need a bit
mean
of
way. or
help to
anything,
do
but-
that, okay? It's not a one-way street.
But yeah, that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Digimon Vortex.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Sonia's mum.
That's rude.
Wow.
Yeah. If you want to stay in chat, we can stay in chat. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream. And we will reconvene. I'm assuming we're all free next weekend, I think.
I am. Yes, I should be.
I am as well.
I'm definitely not.
Oh,
You're not.
You'll get
Ah.
No, wait, sorry. Actually, sorry. Just need to check. I'm probably not, but let me see. Da di da di da di da. La da di da di 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 da di da di do di da di da di da di do. I think that's the correct one. Where is the okay? No, yeah, I should be available next Sunday. Yeah,
Lovely.
I should be.
In that case, I am going to go to sleep.
Awesome.
See you guys. Bye.